No, I definitely don't want that.
That would not be good.
No nut shots. Hey guys, we are live with the special edition of the Dreamer Cipher tonight. We have Scott at Blackhat Distillery with food being provided by Tobala Cuisine. And we're expected to have quite a few incredible business owners there this evening. So it's going to be a fun time tonight. If anybody is interested in coming in and joining this fiasco of a co-host situation, because I'm at home right now, I will gladly post the link in the chat right there. So you can just copy that, join in. I will get you involved, and this could be a lot less of a disaster by myself. So that being said, we're not technically alone. Scott is there getting ready to enjoy some yummy foods, which I'm jealous. Damn you, COVID.
Hey, don't be sad.
I'm not sad. I'm sad mad.
What's up? Just find seats wherever.
No, she wants you to assign seat.
I'm assigning seats. You already know this. We go unscripted. Can you see it? Maybe?
Unscripted. I
You
love
good?
it. Yeah. It's kind of hard to read just because the middle part is a little bit smaller, but it does show the scripted being
Torn apart, man. Let's go.
torn apart. Yes. Nice shirt, by the way.
Oh, man. Shout out to Design Your Life.
Absolutely. Dorinda, Gary Vanderpool, you guys did excellent.
Yep.
Thank you, guys.
Patrick Massey with the graphic design on that. So,
I'm mad. What up, Soul? How you doing?
oh, we got Soul on.
Soul Martin. Hi, y'all. Yeehaw.
What's up, Flip?
What's going on?
Hey, Flip.
Now,
We're
so,
live.
yeah. So let's stick that in there and say what's up.
What's up, everybody? We're live.
What's up, awesome?
Mask up. I'm good. How are you?
Good, man. Yourself?
Why? So why is it that we are not graced with your actual presence?
There's a stupid thing called COVID.
Oh, what's going on with that?
Oh, my wife had several clients that tested positive.
I hope
So-
you guys make it out of that well. And
Thank
if
you.
there's anything I can do to help you, you let me know.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate it.
All right.
Soul on. Oh, like play on words like salon.
Yeah.
He said soul is on. That's
We're
hilarious.
panning here now, okay? I'm
Panning.
trying to go as slowly as possible.
All right, so that's Flip, and I believe his wife.
Yep, flipping his wife, Garrett.
Yeah, that's Garrett behind. That wasn't his wife.
Got Madeline Costa, Jimmy.
Madeline, Jimmy Costa, succeeding Spall.
And you got some unique designs back there on the wall, so with the black hats. Hits it
Oh,
up.
hence the name Blackhat Distillery. I like it.
And then I'm not for sure who we have there.
Awesome people.
So yeah, this is gonna be a unique live because I'm controlling the camera while the food comes in. So hey, let's go.
Hey, can we do it like can we have this kind of like what's that show, Pranksters? Can we turn the mic off at some point and where I have to tell you what to do?
Oh, you want me to turn the mic off?
Well, maybe later, but we can do kind of like that where I control and tell you what to do, and you have the headset on.
Now it's on.
Yeah. So I don't know. It could be fun. Just saying.
No, I can hear you because we have speakers, so I can hear you.
No, I know, but I'm saying later on maybe we switch it so you're just on the mic, and then I have to tell you what to do.
That way she's not all sad.
I'll be like, hey, Scott, go to that table and ask him this random question.
Which table here? You want me over here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me turn the mic off real quick.
Okay. Can he even hear me? Hey, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me still, Scott. No.
There's no. You good now?
Yeah, I was gonna see if you could hear me because I was gonna feed you stuff to do. Incognito.
You guys are on live right now, so Patrick can hear. So
Hey guys.
Patrick, right now.
Hey, how are you?
Hold on. We need some more hiring equipment. That's what we're figuring out now. So
It's a process.
what do you want, Patrick?
Sorry?
What do you want right now? They're all just looking at you like they're waiting for you to like talk.
Oh, I thought you were going to be the golden voice for me tonight, dude. I apologize. I do have a question if anybody wants to get started.
He's got a question.
Would you rather be in jail for a year or lose a year of your life?
What was the question?
Yeah, that's the question again.
Would you rather be in jail for a year or lose a year off of your life?
Isn't that pretty much the same thing?
None of the things will take a year off her life.
Depends how pleasant jail is.
I'm talking like minimum security.
You know, you could put your own twist on this hypothetical.
Already done.
He said put your own twist on it.
Yeah. Well, if it's white collar, I'm in so that I can learn the
Like Martha Stewart style?
and they come up with a little more
Yeah, you're up.
You never see money laundering degree on the resume. Cal State.
What does he think? What's his answer?
They want to know your answer, Patrick. So if you're gonna get questions,
You know, I'm going to go with the obvious answer, and I'm going to say I would just get rid of a year, right? Now, so here's the thing. One thing is, like, I know I could learn a lot. I'd spend a lot of time reading and catching up all those things. However, I'm a guy who's short in stature, and I don't want to end up being somebody's boyfriend. So I'm going to skip that, if we're being honest.
That'll take care of that.
You're in prison with Flip here, you'll be fine.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
You'll teach us how
How to money. How to do some Ponzi schemes.
That's an entrepreneur at heart right there.
he says you're an entrepreneur at heart with that idea. I'm gonna be eating as I go, so because I gotta move all this stuff around.
So can we get a quick introduction from everyone at the table?
It's like every year.
Quick intros for this table.
I'm Jimmy Costa. I'm a private manager for Costa Conference.
We have to do that.
I am Natalie Costa, owner of Succeeding Small. I'm a digital
Anyway, I gotta do that.
specializing in SEO.
I'm Gary. I'm just here. Well, I'm actually, because I co-own Revenant, which is another digital marketing website, SEO. I also do life coaching, so we'll just say I'll do life coaching. Not that we're competitive, we're not competitive or anything, right?
Dave, you're up next.
I'm Dave Gallo. I like to say that I keep business dreams alive. I help businesses grow and help out those that never will stay. Dave Gallo.
We got some food coming in now, so we gotta wait for Chef Katrina coming. I think she'll explain.
Yeah, please. And then if you can, let us know, maybe get a quick zoom on some of the food, please, to torture me.
When you want to try to attempt to put the puzzle of your wellness together.
I cannot find a way.
So you got your wife. Flip. Your wife's not gonna go?
Yeah.
I'm Maritza Aguilera, and I am a data and business and financial analyst.
Nice.
You want a shot of the food?
Yes, please.
All right.
Torture me.
Let me see if that's gonna reach. You good there?
Yeah, I don't know what we're looking at though.
Oh no, I gotta find out.
Chef Lamberton.
Camera and food and whatnot. So,
Okay.
hey, Jasper. Is Crash McGee coming in to discuss?
You got your discussion right here.
Okay, we got Marcus here. So Marcus is.
Can you put Marcus by the microphone so I can hear?
You gotta come by the microphone. Okay.
Well, on the chef's behalf, we got Mediterranean surf and turf. So you got sweet potatoes, butternut squash, onions, carrots, chickpeas, potatoes for your meat, steak, and shrimp. And then it's all in a tomato-based broth with cumin, paprika, and cinnamon.
Dang. All right.
5% dang, all right. That's presented by Marcus. Marcus is a local comedian here in Colorado Springs. Wrapping up his career with that, so we're excited for that.
I can tell some jokes later if you guys want.
There we go.
But let me check on the food first.
So everybody's eating right now, so it's quiet. So we'll go over this way. So let me turn the mic off real quick.
Okay. Why is he turning the mic off?
So it's not all over the place.
Oh, okay. So you can hear me, but no one else can when the mic is off? All right, so we got Jasper and 2 other people.
All right, here we go.
All right. Hey, so when you turn the mic off, can you hear me still or no?
No, we can still hear you.
Oh, okay.
I got it set up. Don't worry.
Okay. So who's sitting next to Jasper?
Jasper, you are on camera. Because
So who's next to Jasper? Who's across from Jasper?
Vampire coffee, and it's incredible, right? They do like liquid coffees, hot coffees, cold coffees, no coffees.
All the coffees.
All the coffee things. I love it.
Anyway, they're awesome. They're all veteran owned. They're veteran operated. In fact, I think they had one from each bridge the last time I was there.
Hey, happy Veterans Day.
Almost.
And I'm with Tobala. Chef Lamberton is making these awesome dishes. I'm buying places right now. Hi, Patrick. There's so much food here.
I didn't have party.
And yeah, I don't know what else to say.
yeah, you put this together.
My mom actually, she told me I should tell people to go to tobalacuisine.com because I do not advertise myself.
Oh, we got you. We got you. Also sponsor.
Hey Scott, I got a would you rather question for that table.
Okay, and then you got Cece.
33rd parallel.
33rd parallel airsoft. Airsoft is the new sport that's replacing paintball. So, unlike in paintball, whenever it's one and done, you're shot from the sidelines. It's just against physical, it's just it's a head out all the time. Airsoft incorporates respawn points, just like in video games. And there's buildings to clear, there's objectives to capture. There's more to do than just who gets hit first.
Yes, right? Happy Veterans Day.
Yes.
Veteran, tactical, and they tell them where it's located, so they're not looking at the screen.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm from out of town. It's actually in North Texas.
Cool. We're gonna come down there one of these days.
Yeah, I look forward to it. Dude.
Yeah, I want to get a GoPro. We'll go full out, man. That sounds fun.
And one important thing, I'd love to give back to the veteran community. I know how much it means. All veterans receive free admission.
Wow, that's awesome.
It's got a Christmas special all the time.
We're doing 65, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Love it. And thank you guys again for your service. All right, Scott. Scott, here's the would you rather question for that table. Would you rather go back to age 5 with everything that you know now, or or would you rather now know everything that you have and allow yourself to go into the future?
Yeah, let me scoot it closer.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Patrick, repeat.
All right. Would you rather go back to being age 5 with everything that you know now, or know now everything that your future self will learn?
Someone repeat the question for me too.
One more time. So, yeah.
Yeah. Would you rather go back to age 5 knowing all the knowledge that you have now, or would you rather go into the future knowing everything that your future self will learn?
Oh man, age 5.
Age 5. I just talked about a lot of decisions since we were age 5. So. Yeah. You know how many sports bets I made?
Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. That's a smart man right there.
Even at age 5, even at age 18, 19, 20, I had no aspirations to be a businessman. I had no aspirations to do what I'm doing. No aspirations to even join the military at that age. I was just, my goal was to get into the workforce and be able to supply myself, be self-sustaining. Whether that was a full-time job in a warehouse or being a successful, fast food employee, whatever that case was.
So to pair with your horses here, this is the orange refresher.
Like,
I'll talk about it in a few
personally, it was
moments
just
here.
never a personal goal, but it's where my life took me.
Sure.
So I chose to get where I'm at now, and I'm very happy that I took those steps. But yeah, no, man, I just had, for me, I just was going to join the workforce and just get out there and make it work, no matter what that took.
That was age 5?
No, that was my whole life. My whole family was just workers and workers and
One
workers.
for
No
you?
excuses. No reliance on anybody else but yourself. That meant a full-time job and a part-time, and that's what it was going to take. We didn't rely on anybody else to supply us with anything, whether that was the government, family, friends, whatever. So eventually my life took me to full-time employment, which took me to joining the military, which took me to joining law enforcement. And then now, running my business on the side, at age 5, I think it was, that's a good question though. I'm still stubborn.
Knowing what I know,
Knowing
that I'm gonna make it, and 2, I can do it better than the first time.
Yeah.
That's really what I look forward to going back to age 5.
It's good.
Yeah, I love that, because what I kind of expected that we would see somebody say, yeah, I would feel like Stewie from Family Guy, right? Just trapped in a little guy's body trying to take care of everything and try to take over the world. But no, I really love, the dedication and understanding your process, right? Because we all have a story and a background, and it's never the same no matter the situation. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So I want to give a really big shout out right now to Montana, first of all, who got silver in the sprint, but also just promoted good exciting.
Hi, Montana.
For drinking.
Absolutely. First of all, if I can have everyone's attention, thank you so much for coming to the Tobala Blackhat Distillery dinner. We greatly appreciate it. Just a couple of COVID things. That's pretty serious because we absolutely love working here and we love our jobs. If you get up and go anywhere, you want to just wear your mask. And then when you come in through the door, wear your mask. And when you sit down, you are most welcome to take it off because, of course, we want you to eat and drink the good things. You're actually literally 8 feet all apart from each other tonight. And thank you so much for this podcast for helping to make that possible. So the first drink that we paired here, so we're a distillery. That means we make all of our spirit, every single ounce. We do not buy any spirit from anyone else. We don't produce, we actually distill. We cut the heads deep, we keep the tails. It's high quality, very, very good standalone craft spirit. And it's done right through that firewall here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. So the first cocktail that you're tasting this evening is actually, we're calling it like the orange refresher. So this is a style of a mojito, but I heard and tasted that this first dish is quite spicy. So what we did is we took that orange and that citrus with our beautiful, very clean Royals and Rebels rum, which is a rum that we make a Caribbean style. Very, very difficult way that we do it, but very, very appropriate. It tastes nice and refreshing and clean. Added some mint and just a hint of seltzer water on there, and that is your cocktail that will pair very well with this dish. So cheers, and we will come back and talk about things later. Yes.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Yeah, man, let's go.
I'm missing out. I'm sad.
Well, you can't drink anyway, so what are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. That's all right. I'll be there next month.
That is true, yeah. When is the next one?
Okay, December 12th is our next one, which we're already starting to book out. Very exciting.
So December 12th gets to sit and enjoy dinner with me.
I think it's gonna, and we're gonna be doing a vegan dinner too.
Get Patrick Massey in there.
Chef Lambert's been a vegan for over 16 years. It's very exciting.
Well, then they got the vegan.
We've got a We Love Vegan tomorrow. So that's here at Blackhat from 4 to 8. And they have vegan cocktails that we paired with 5 different options on the menu that Chef Lambert came up with all of them because, good Lord, I'm happy when I can make mac and cheese.
So Scott, tell us about the food.
I haven't eaten yet.
Oh,
I need my soup.
Well, turn to a table that has, and let's get their feedback on the food.
Another table? Okay. I'm getting ready to turn the mic off as I drag it around. So.
Okay, sounds good. And in the meantime, shout out to Patrick Massey. Thank you so much. Good to see you here, buddy. And dude, I need to get you on that phone call so you can be at that dinner with me next month. That looks like a very difficult process that you've got set up there, Scott. Yes, Dorinda, I will get you guys the phone number to do just a quick 30-minute phone call with that will actually get your meal paid for, and then you and Gary both, and then you guys can join me and my wife there next month for sure. So. Scott's in the process of getting us to the other table. And Dorinda, you guys did an awesome job with the shirts. Thank you so much.
All right, we're good at the table.
Okay. Can we get some introductions?
All right, Patrick wants introductions. You guys are live.
Who's that, Patrick Murphy?
Yeah.
Hey, Patrick.
Hey.
My name is Jared Scott. I'm with Keeping It Moving.
Yes, Jared. What's up, my man? I didn't recognize you.
Hey, Patrick, how you doing? I actually seen you earlier on Facebook doing a video with Yona. Is that right?
No.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm happy to come to this event tonight. I'm here.
Good. I'm glad, man. Who else is at the table with you?
We got Barb and Steve.
Sure. I'll start. My name is Steve Gurnett. I am a franchise owner at Sandler Training Systems. We have a franchise here in Colorado Springs. We specialize in sales training and delivery and customer service training programs and different types of assessments to help businesses improve their sales and their bottom line, basically.
Awesome. Steve, are you related to Sydney Gurnett?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Well, it sounded familiar, right? Same last name, same type of, got a chance to connect with her on some of the stuff that she does. So awesome. Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you. Allowing for.
And I'm Barbara Burnett, and we have a second business called Springs Digital Marketing. And in that business, we help small businesses with their digital presence. That includes websites, email marketing, social media.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, hopefully you guys are enjoying your experience. Again, we do a live broadcast every Wednesday. It's called the Dreamers Cipher, and it's basically an unscripted broadcast for small and local business owners, dreamers, entrepreneurs to come in. We have no idea what we're going to talk about, but what's awesome is that a lot of those conversations are the same conversations you're having on the golf course, maybe at the bars, maybe at the dinner table, and it really just kind of gives people to be themselves and talk about things that are business related or things that are going on. So thank you guys so much for allowing us to be here, part of your dinner. And how is everything so far? I can't be there, sadly, so I'm kind of having to live vicariously through everyone else.
Very good so far.
Very
Good. How's the ambiance over at Blackhat?
I think this is a
great. Yeah, it's great.
unfortunately, I think that
Sorry?
It's cat. Very quiet.
Doing well. Thank you. So I do have a question for you guys. It's a would you rather question. So the question is, would you rather be forced to dance every time you heard music, or be forced to sing along to any song you heard?
damn, that's easy for me. Sing along.
That's awesome.
My pastor talking about my son. He gave
Yeah, I think I find it interesting with technology, because I feel like I'm going to sing anyway, whether it's in the shower, in the car, so I think I myself would also select that as well. Plus, I can't dance, so, that's probably the other reason too. So. All right. So Scott, how's everything on your end there?
What's up?
How's everything on your end?
Doing the manual labor, so it's all good. I need to find some soup.
Yeah. What kind of soup do we have?
It's the one that Chef Katrina put together. What everybody else has.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. So hey, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, and then if we get a chance, can you get some of the servers maybe from the camera to introduce themselves?
And of course, did you know that today is Veterans Day? Yes. Did you know that we give 20% off to veterans?
Oh, wow.
Yes, we do. Well, actually, we give a 10% discount all the time for military, active, first responders. Let me go through the list. Teachers, military, first responders. A little higher for the service industry people. We like them a lot. They can do everything. But yes, today, everything from Wednesday to today until Sunday, 20% off for veterans if you proved that you were a veteran. So and what's in this guy and all of our mojitos as well, is our rum. So this is the Royals and Rebels classic rum.
What do you want
We
now?
pay homage to the Caribbean or wherever it came from on the back by putting our little logo guy in a pirate hat. You'll see later with the agave, he's in a sombrero. So what we do with this is we actually have it back there, and it's 1,000 degrees if you're cold. Set back there 2 minutes. We make this Caribbean stuff. What that means is we open air ferment our 1,000-gallon fermentation tank. That means in Colorado in the winter, heaters, tons of them, and they're on them 24/7. Because yeast loves the open air. It wants some of those microbes to be happy. We let it take its time, we don't force it. So for 45 days, we let this ferment. That's a little rough. It's hot back there, though. I'm sure I'm sweating, and it's something else.
I love the fact that they make everything in-house.
I feel weird. But, yeah, the humidity we haven't been able to control that yet. This is actually not this is one of our homes. We're working on it.
Well, actually, I have to get my camera on here. I think she was a gold receiver for bartending. So
Yeah. Let's get the staff on the camera and talk about and highlight them as well.
Who's that?
I said let's get the staff on here as well. So
Jasper. And
all of our products, because we don't back Sweden,
My bad.
We don't use any coloring or any unnatural flavors.
Yeah, this is what we got for the first course.
Oh man, that looks amazing.
Delicious.
Yes.
That's what's up. So, let me talk to Jasper. Jasper, Patrick's looking at having the staff come on here a lot too.
Of course, if you want to taste this before you purchase a ramen here, you can of course you're either a royal or you're a rebel. I know, that's why we put both of them on there.
You want to talk a little bit, Montana?
Oh, always and forever.
So we got Patrick. Here we go. So Patrick, this is Montana.
Hi, Montana.
Recognized for. You got a gold, right?
Yes. So we actually got multiple awards here at Blackhat. We got 3 awards this year, and this is our first year being open. Miss Ashley Choi over there won gold as best bartender in the Springs. I won silver, and then we won silver overall as best new bar in Colorado Springs as well. So we've been doing very, very well this year.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Yes, thank you. And we want to thank Colorado Springs for voting for us.
Yes.
That's huge.
That's
and
awesome.
Then this, I'm looking at, where's the camera? There it is. Oh, hello. Hello. This is what you're missing.
Yes, it
and
is.
You, but this is our Royals and Rebels rum that actually is, again, Caribbean style rum, and you're either a Royal or you're a Rebel.
Ooh, I like that.
Well, you also go around and help out other bartenders, right? Jasper said you have a course or you got a side business that you're doing with.
So what I've been promoted to is called brand ambassadorship. So brand ambassadors, as someone who sells our rum, I actually go out and teach people how to cocktail with it. Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
And all about education. We really are big on education. And there's not all bartenders kind of know what Miss Choi and I know is craft cocktails, pre-prohibition style, that kind of thing. So we definitely share the wealth of the knowledge that we have gotten over the years with other people. Absolutely.
Could we come in possibly and do a course with you guys?
Always. Don't threaten me with a good time.
We would love to be able to just highlight what you guys do and showcase, what sets you apart from everyone. And then, obviously the goal would be to get people who are interested to be able to come in. So.
And of course, we love talking about what sets us apart because it really is special. And it's something that we as founders and as a staff and our head distiller have put our heart and our passion and our life into. So it really is wonderful what we've done here at Blackhat. We love
it. We love it. Yeah. Awesome.
Wish you were here, but just take a nice look. Yep, it's pretty. Okay. I'll come back and tease you with another one.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
You got the next course?
Sorry?
Marcus is coming in with the next course.
Okay, let's hear this.
So that way you're just not talking there.
Right.
I'm gonna turn the mic off real quick. All right. Well, Marcus, while you're waiting, what would you like to express? Because I know you're working on your comedy career.
Stand-up comedy in the Springs is growing massive. There's a new comedy club. It's called 3 E's Comedy. I've hosted there, trying to feature there, but it's a new club. Everyone should check it out. Not a lot of people know about it. It's right off Nevada. It's a great club. You got movies. You got stand-up comedy in breweries all around town. Stand-up comedy is really growing around here. I'm comedian myself. You can follow me on Marcus Comedy on Instagram, and I tell you guys anywhere I'm at. I tell you guys the comedians that are traveling, touring nationally, and I always post them on there. I'm always posting about shows, and 3 E's Comedy has fire comedians every weekend. So you guys need to check it out.
Marcus, can you tell us about some of the other events that 3 E's is hosting as well, like the writing workshops and things like that?
Yeah, so writing workshops on Tuesdays at 5 o'clock. If you've always wanted to try stand-up, you don't know how to write jokes, Tuesdays, 5:30 at 3 E's. They do writing classes, and they can teach you. I go every week. They're getting ready to do improv there. I'm not too sure. I can't give any exact dates, but if you're an improv fan, they're getting ready to have a regular show weekly. And that's it so far, other than some events on holidays. Maybe they might have a magician, maybe another improv group. But right now, it's strictly stand-up comedy.
Nice.
Every week, Thursday to Saturday.
Real quickly, I just want to read this comment. It says, Jasper and Tobala just catered for Just Roofs and Gutters last week. Fantastic. Brian, thank you so much for letting us know. And it's good to see you, man. You're always doing great things, so appreciate you popping in here.
I gotta borrow somebody's plate as you discuss what we got going on now. Who hasn't eaten it yet? Oh,
Hey everyone, you guys wanted to
actually, yeah.
Hey, you guys want a description of the food?
Yeah.
All right. Since the dawn of time, man had
I need to see it, please.
So this one is a toast scargon. It's a Swedish dish. So it has a creme fraiche base. You got red onions, fresh dill, lemon, pepper, and that's it. And it's traditionally served on butter toast points. So enjoy.
You still got one in the tray.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's check this bad boy out.
Yeah, you guys can check this food out.
Love it.
Yeah, we've got partnered up here with Tobala, Brian.
That's what Marcus just described. So,
Man, that looks delicious.
Fancy.
fancy, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
While you're eating it.
He's got the pinky up and everything.
It's almost better though, so it's not like what it was about a month ago. But
Right.
yeah, no, Chef Katrina, the head chef with Tobala, man, great job. So excited to see what they have because they've changed their name. They're going Tobala Creative Cuisine.
Yes.
And so I think Jasper talked about that a little bit, but I don't know how much you guys had talked about when you were on the video today. So, but that was some of that. She's going with the rebranding, so it's exciting for that.
Yeah, so when you get a chance, man, let us know your take on some of the food.
The first course, delicious. A little spice in there, but we had shrimp, steak. It's food. It's delicious. So I don't know what else. So I eat whatever. So
Yeah, but I mean, like, tell us about like the flavor combinations. Tell us, is it smooth tasting? Is it, got some crunch to it? Those are the things that people want to know, man.
So I'm over here like sitting in the middle of the room because I gotta do all the manual labor. We gotta do something lightweight.
I'm telling you, we got to get a 360 camera and we can hook it up to the phone.
Okay, well we'll figure. I guess we'll be looking or not.
Yeah.
As I'm eating here, little shrimp, some steak here. It's got a little bite to it.
Yeah. See, that's what people want. People want to hear the food. They want to see the happiness that comes when you're eating it, man. There's a whole community online for that.
We got it already. It's good. But yeah, it's got a little sweet flavor to it. But overall, it's nice and smooth. It's delicious. I'm excited to see this grow. So, like you talked about, and actually, Jasper, what was the stat that you gave with Colorado Springs and small businesses?
85%.
Yeah, it's like in the 80s.
Patrick said he thought you said 85%.
That sounds about right.
And it's also people that haven't even been known, right? Yeah, so Colorado Springs, 85%, small businesses. I'm excited because she had talked about the one with the communication piece and what they're doing. So
yes,
that's going to be great. Can't wait to get them on and have them talk about what they're doing. And
sure.
Based on what they're doing, they're going to save a lot of money for people.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, and what I want to know here, because the whole room is full of business owners, right? What is the vision that people think that they have? And maybe you could just leave it like that, kind of like a hot seat. People can come in, maybe we can grill them with some questions. But what I want to know is kind of what people's vision is for not only their business, but how they envision Colorado Springs, and what we can do as a community or as an army of small local business owners to reach those goals.
Okay. Garrett. Yeah, we got the hot seat now, so everybody's coming over here to the hot seat. Garrett's coming up first. So,
all right, that sounds good.
And then we'll go just row by row. So Madeline should be next. Jimmy.
Okay.
And then we'll just head around the courses and whatnot.
Okay.
Oh, you can hear. Yeah, just sit there. I can hear. Yep.
Garrett, how you doing? Oh, we got an announcement. We got an announcement.
As I can't talk.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ashley. I'm
Ashley, you'll have to get over.
Bartender here at Blackhat Distillery. So I won gold this year as best.
Congratulations.
Olympic City, baby.
This one stand right here, and I make the most fantastic team that I feel like I could ever be a part of. Oh, this drink right here. This features our Nobleman's Apple Brandy. So our apple brandy, it hosts 5 different types of apples, 2 tart, 2 sweet, and then 1 is a secret variety of our distillers. But it's a sister product with our Boxing Brothers Cider House, just right on the road. But fantastic, nice, warm American brandy. Little play off like a French style called Vados, so a little sweet at the end. So paired with your little appetizer there, I made a cucumber and dill brandy lemon spritz. So we're calling it a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Because it is a little bit of a big deal.
She's like that all the time. Yeah, get your big deal.
Hey, Patrick.
Yes, sir.
Jasper was asking that as we have everybody come up to the hot seat, have them talk a little bit about their business. So that way, since we're already doing it this way, she wants to go that route, which I completely understand, and that's what we're doing is showcasing. So.
Yeah.
All right, Patrick, you got Garrett now, so go ahead. You're gonna have to stage the question.
All right. So first of all, before we stage the question, let's talk about Garrett Goggins and what he does and who he is.
So I'm actually here in a different avenue than you're used to, Patrick. So I'm here representing my web design company this time. And so Webinit, and really we're there's 3 of us. So I have 2 other partners. I have Ryan Flint and my sister Tara Goggins. And it's just web design, SEO. We do a lot of, I don't want to say we do social media management, but what we do is SEO for social media, where I should say Ryan does because he is the SEO guy. But this is really where I put my computer science degree to work through Webnet. So that's basically.
That's awesome, man. So my question, right? We know 85% of Colorado Springs is small and local business. What do you envision, your business, right, and the things that you're doing, and then what are some long-term goals that you think that as a community we can brand together and start building towards?
That's an interesting thing. So Webinit, just like 2 Native Sons, is we were really set out to do something with small businesses. So we really, especially in the Springs area, but obviously within Colorado, our site wasn't necessarily on a national level at that point, where we're looking to say, how can we get small businesses or new businesses in there with a web presence, and a cohesive web presence. So, with social media, with SEO, with web design, all that kind of all relates together. And so that was our complete goal. And then we also have a big heart for nonprofits. And so when we first created the Webinit, we had this idea that we wanted to do something for nonprofits, and it's something that's kind of in the works right now. We're developing is setting up, and primarily the search engine optimization, because we can create a website for you. When that website is done, it's done. But the search engine optimization aspect is a continuous thing. And so with nonprofits, they don't necessarily have a bandwidth to be able to, handle that. So they may have somebody working on that for them, but then they will have attrition rates. And so we really wanted to be mindful about the kind of money that they have. And so we developed a class, or we're developing a class that nonprofits can utilize. So whenever they go through that attrition, they don't have to go out and retrain, pay to retrain somebody. They have the class that's already there with them. So that's awesome. That's kind of what we're seeing there. Our long-term goals is just like any organization or business. We want employees, but I think that we're really trying to take Webinet to be a franchisor. So we want to be able to take that around, and have people do the same thing. And again, with these nonprofits and these small businesses in their own communities, and I think that's kind of what we're looking for as our outlook for the future.
I love that, man. How do you think that things like this, like being a part of community events and partnering up with other business partners, how do you think that that has helped you with growth and everything from your business?
Well, I think, and you can probably relate to this too. So, as we're not out here to be competitive, right? We're out here to see who we can build up, how we can build up, and we have something sort of like what you're doing tonight. Called Webinet Wisdom. And we love bringing in other entrepreneurs or other businesses to come and talk about their business. And really, we kind of gear it more towards, we'll introduce your business, and then we talk about web presences and how they're utilizing it. Is it working for them? Is it not working for them? But I love this kind of avenue because, as rising tide raises all ships, right? So
yes.
if we can be a part of helping other organizations and even other web development companies, again, I don't really believe in this competitive playing. I believe in a collaboration aspect. So
sure.
if you're doing a service that maybe I don't necessarily do within your organization, by all means, I'm going to say, hey, look, whatever that is, and I can't think of something offhand, but let's work together, because the main idea is to make the small businesses within Colorado Springs flourish and be able to grow, and kind of really, especially now, is to overcome the situations that are going on with COVID and all that. So let's just all work together and just establish a strong community. And so I love this. This is awesome, and I am very thankful for you guys and Jasper, obviously, and Blackhat. Awesome place putting this together. This is amazing. It's a good time.
Awesome, man. I just posted the Webinet with your contact info on Facebook as well. So if people want to reach out, they'll be able to go in the comments and click on both Webinet as well as your name to be able to connect. Anything else that you would want to go ahead and mention before we bring somebody else onto the hot seat here?
I don't know. That's a hard one. I think I covered everything that I really wanted to cover.
Sure.
But I think that a lot of people don't know that, and there's another web developer here, SEO person here. So
there's that too.
There's two more. So again, a lot of collaboration. This is awesome. So I think what I would cover most is just the SEO aspect. And I think it's an animal that a lot of people don't know how to tame. And they don't realize how important that is, and not just based off of what we call on-page SEO. So we have, your web page or your website has SEO there, but there's off-page SEO aspect too. So your social media and all those other aspects that need to have the same type of keyword structure and all that. So I think if I were going to leave people with anything, it would be don't not take into consideration search engine optimization, because Facebook and all those social media aspects, they're now search engines, right? So if I go to look for a company, a lot of people are searching Facebook for companies. So that off-page aspect is very important.
Yeah.
I'll leave you with that. That's a little nugget.
Yeah, appreciate that, man. We'll definitely talk more on that for sure offline.
Cool. Do I get any strange questions? Are you going to ask me some strange questions?
Dude, I have strange questions for you. Would you rather be able to watch only a few movies with a Rotten Tomatoes score of 95 to 100%, or only be able to watch the majority of movies with a Rotten Tomatoes score of 94% and lower?
I don't even understand the Rotten Tomato score. I mean, I'll be completely honest with you. Like, I like movies that people just can't stand, but it's very entertaining. So I get major flack because I love the Last Airbender type movie, but it's it goes totally against the cartoon, I guess. But I didn't care. Whatever, it was entertaining. So I don't know that I can necessarily answer that question because I really don't know what those scores mean. I just like movies.
Yeah, I really think a lot of their stuff is out there. So, all right, last question here. Would you rather be a reverse centaur or a reverse merman?
What? So you're gonna be horse up here, human down here, or
Yes.
fish here, human legs.
Yes.
I think I'd go for the centaur.
Fair enough. Somehow I'm sure that it's still able to probably run faster than the average human, I'm guessing. So.
Well, they have manes, so at least I would have some nice, flowing, beautiful hair.
There you go. I like that. Awesome, man. Well, feel free to send somebody else up here to the hot seat, but thank you so much. And guys, if you are checking this out on the replay or live, let us know, but definitely go and drop a like and connect with Garrett Goggins.
Madeline, you're next. Madeline's not sure about this, so.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if you want the headphones on.
Do I?
Up to you. You can try them and see. Okay.
Okay, what are we
Hey,
doing?
Madeline. How are you?
Oh, hi, Patrick. Good to see you.
Yeah, likewise.
We miss you.
Yeah, I wish I could have been there. Just trying to keep it safe. So, first of all, thank you so much for agreeing to be kind of a part of this collaboration. I love your story in regards to your family coming from small business owners, and so that's where you found your passion to be able to help and things like that. So tell us a little bit about Madeline, and then also Succeeding Small.
Yeah, absolutely. I thank you for mentioning that. Yeah, my whole family are small business owners, and that's such a big part of my childhood. It has become a big part of my identity. I started a boutique when I was 16 called Indulgence Boutique, and I worked with wholesalers and bought and sold women's clothes. And every weekend I would go set up at a craft fair throughout high school. So business ownership very quickly became part of who I am. So I started Succeeding Small about 4 years ago with that same passion of owning a business, but also to serve others, to serve people like my family, to serve small businesses in just a much different sense. So now I do search engine optimization, I build websites, do social media management, paid advertising, the whole umbrella for small businesses, helping them get that visibility.
I love that. And what I also love is how you give back, right? Because you're doing what kind of like apprenticeships every quarter, every year. I run a whole internship program where I partner with UCCS, and students can come. Sorry, there's a fly. Students can come do a 3-month internship with me, get academic credit, and I get to teach them digital marketing. So that's awesome. It's really fun. Yeah, that's really great, and it's a great way to, well, as a business owner, right? You get to maybe handpick people that you want to come work with you. You get a chance to kind of give back at the same exact time, and I'm teaching other people kind of a mentor role as well. So, yeah, that's very cool. So one of the questions that we're asking everybody is, with this collaboration piece, we know that Colorado Springs makes up for 85% of really the business world here. So for small and local businesses, entrepreneurs, 85% of it, we do a great job of getting along well with corporations here. Not everyone does that. So, long term, what does the goals for maybe succeeding small, and what kind of collaborations or events do you guys hope to maybe have, or things that maybe you have in the works?
Thank you for asking that.
Thank you.
So it's been a long time. I started Succeeding Small with the intention of wanting to be a resource for small businesses. And so I've had this long-term dream of building a small business resource center and having pieces of education, blog posts, courses, a podcast, do so much education around small business ownership and small business marketing in particular. So from starting to success is how I kind of break that out. And that's been a dream of mine for a long time. And I finally am getting to put it into action. So we're actually going to do it. And I'm
That's
so
awesome.
excited. But it's been, I've had to grow my team significantly. So I've got 4 employees. I'm hiring several more people. So I'm really building up my infrastructure. That way I can live out that big dream and that goal of giving back to the small business community. So it's coming. I'm excited.
That's awesome. And honestly, that's going to be a huge resource that, especially with COVID, right, it has turned so many people directly online. Like, I can't imagine, if you had that boutique now, how difficult that might be, right, to transition. So, I really, I'm looking forward to seeing that. If there's anything that we can do to help, with that, please let us know. And then I know that it sounds like they're getting ready to make an announcement. So real briefly, was there anything else that you wanted to highlight or talk about before we get to the next course and maybe the next person in the hot seat?
Yeah. Oh, well, I am hiring. So I'm hiring copywriters, digital marketers, web designers. So anybody with a passion, that would be the most beneficial aspect to my business. So that's what I would ask to the Colorado Springs community. But ultimately, I want to thank you in particular. This podcast, what you do for the community in the first place, it's phenomenal. So I love working with you guys. Excited to work with you more in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for the kind words. I may have a few people, then I'll start turning them your way. And we'd definitely love to collaborate with you guys on some future stuff as well. So I know that Scott and I have talked about some ideas, so we'll be in touch for sure. But thank you.
Sounds good. Thanks.
All right. Thanks, Madeline.
We got Marcus making an announcement here.
Okay, well, the tables have been explained to you.
Okay, so if you are, you can sit there and go away.
Can you guys see this?
Yes, that looks delicious.
Yeah, so we got, this one is, I don't keep forgetting the name.
Oh, good, you're good.
It's awesome. Caesar salad meets green goddess. Okay, you got a balsamic reduction drizzle on top of everything you see there. Tomatoes, the Caesar salad, of course, cucumbers, and then you have toasted bread. It's like a beefed up crouton.
Oh man, that looks so good.
Yes.
I wish I could eat through the screen, dude.
Yeah. There you are, sir.
Thanks, Marcus.
So I guess I'll sit here while I'm eating.
Yeah. Let's go.
Oh, hold on. Montana's got another cocktail.
Oh.
I know. We gotta wait. They're pulling out the cocktails now for this one. So.
All right, if I can have everyone's attention for a moment for your third cocktail. And that's right, you are still not even all the way through with this bad boy. So, yes, it's going to be a great night for you. This, as you can see, it's in a tinier glass because, again, this is all straight booze. What Miss Ashley Choi did on this one was incredible. To pair with Caesar and with things that are fish orientated like anchovies, we made for you all house product, just a little bit of orange liqueur, a few little orange bitters, a little bit of magic, and our Duelers 100% blue agave. Yes, that's tequila. Do not think that you know tequila because you don't. It is famous. But we just made for you this beautiful, crystal clear martini. So we're going to call it the Faux-tini because technically martinis are not made with our beautiful tequila. But this is actually going to blow your mind because, again, here at Blackhat, we are a little bit rebellious and we do what we want to and we make good cocktails and we break all the rules. So cheers.
Cheers. So on the first one.
Let me fix this real quick as I get loud.
All right,
All right, there we go. I gotta explain here. Unless you bring your salad with you, Jimmy. Yeah, bring your salad. Yeah, you can bring your cocktail. Put it right here.
Yes, the protein, please do.
We got Jimmy coming up, so I got kicked out of the seat.
Thank you, Scott.
No, no problem.
Who am I speaking with? I can't hear you.
Oh, I'm
you
sorry.
go.
I had myself on mute. I apologize. I was trying to respect the distillers. Patrick Murakami here. Jimmy, how you doing?
Doing well, Patrick. Tell me about yourself.
You know, I launched the insurance agency 16 months ago, not knowing anything. Here we are, fast forward, and I've got 6 employees. Seem to be making some headway with a lot of my tribe and community, and trying my best just to help out where I can, and have a real passion to help out small local businesses.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So what's your background?
Insurance, depression.
How many years?
16.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, and literally thought of everything except insurance. Yeah. I thought that when I left that I was done, and here we are. So, actually, was really cool. It was really early. I got a chance to actually meet your wife
Yes.
in business and things like that, and then actually through actually manage insurance for your mother-in-law, Andrea. So, it's a small world. Yeah.
Okay, wow.
Yeah. So
I know her very well.
yeah, we haven't got a chance to officially meet, and I was hoping to be able to do so tonight. Unfortunately, just damn this COVID stuff, So
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you could still make it in spirit, at least.
yeah, absolutely. So, but really, we want to highlight you. I know I've gotten a chance to kind of get to know some of the stuff that you do through Madeline. I know that I recently saw the news channel that you were featured on in regards to your business as well. So
that was awesome.
yeah. And so, tell us a little bit about who you are, and then, tell us about your business.
Sure. So I went to study mathematics at UCCS. It took me 5.5 years, and I hated math before I pretty much started studying it, like pretty much every other human being.
Sure.
So senior year, just something clicked in my brain, and suddenly I thought I went from hating it to loving it. It was a literal just moment in time that it happened, which is very strange. It was a surreal moment that happened. And I just started studying it in every aspect I could, and here we are.
That's awesome.
Yep. So helping other students through their troubles is really what keeps me going, because I'm not good at math. I've just done it a while, and I've asked the hard questions, and I've thrown my textbook against the wall enough times.
Sure.
Yep.
Well, where you spend your time and efforts, right? I mean, and the things that you overcome, that may be life-changing, or things that you've spent a lot of frustration on, you usually become a master at. So, for you, in regards to, your business, again, it's called Costa Comprehensive Tutoring, correct?
Correct, yes.
Okay. So at this point in time, is it only math, or do you guys tutor in other subjects as well?
It's just math at this point. Yep.
Okay. Perfect.
What I'm wanting to do is I want to create a network of tutors, of other private tutors, in which if a student comes to me and say they need chemistry help, I can't help with chemistry, but I still want them to get help. I know how it feels to be frustrated with school in general. I want them to get help. So I'm looking for other tutors who tutor subjects like that, so I can refer them, so those students can get help no matter what age they are and no matter what they're studying. So that's what I'm looking for right now.
I love that, man. Yeah, and so I think Scott and I would be able to start connecting you with some people similar that can maybe help accomplish that and stuff like that. So that's awesome. Do you have a specific age group that is your ideal client, or are you guys kind of full, all-encompassing for all ages?
So I do middle school, high school, and college level math with Costa Comprehensive Tutoring. My ideal client with the company is a college level student. That's where I spent my most studying, is college level topics.
Okay.
So that content I don't need to brush up on very much at all before I assist, because I just know it in my soul. I've spent a lot of time.
That's awesome. Yeah. Now, what made you decide that to go this route, right, in the tutoring versus maybe going on to maybe do like a mathematician or a teacher or something like that?
So we all know how math teachers are, right? They mean the best, but when there's 50 kids that all are struggling in different areas, they just don't have enough time to give the individual attention that's needed for kids to succeed. I loved a lot of my math teachers, but they were already working so hard, and there's not enough hours in the day to help. So with me, I can actually dive in with students individually and figure out what they need on a personal basis, instead of just trying to do a blanket, cover the content, here's the usual things people get messed up on, and then just let them go from there. I can actually assess people on individual levels.
That's awesome.
So that's why I did that.
I love that. Now, other than kind of maybe the plans to bring in other tutors, do you guys have, have you got a chance to maybe even sit down and look at maybe a long-term plan in terms of maybe what that next level looks like for Costa Comprehensive Tutoring?
Yeah, I'm looking into other ways I can provide some sort of subscription packages in which I can be like on call for students if they need math help at midnight. Like if I'm available, I can help them right then and there through a Zoom call at any time. I'm looking into things of that nature. I'm looking into as well actually creating constant worksheets every week, and I'll send those to my regular clients who subscribe to that package, and grading them and assessing them and having more content to work on with them through those packages.
Very cool. Yeah, that's very cool. I'm kind of learning about your business here and trying to figure out, ways in terms of maybe who I might be able to send to you, things like that. So kind of try to do some networking while we're here at the same time and make those connections. So one of the questions that we're asking everybody, right? Colorado Springs is made up about 85% of small and local business owners.
Yep.
And so, for Scott and I, a big portion of what we do is kind of this collaboration piece, things like this. So this was ideal for us to be able to pair up with Jasper and Blackhat and all these things. So where do you envision maybe your business? And then, I know we know that Madeline has a really huge passion to help small and local businesses. And so I'm sure that, you have a passion for that as well. So where do you kind of see, or what are some of those events that you would like to see Colorado Springs come together on and be able to help out, small and local businesses?
It's awesome you asked that question. I'd say probably about 3/4 of every household I help, at least one of the parents has their own company. It's incredible. And Colorado Springs is very distinct in that manner. Like in Denver, that's not the case at all. But in Springs, it's almost either military or small business, which is awesome. And I get to connect people all the time. I'll hear, hey, this person's a woodworker, and if you ever need anything, I can get that contact. So even if it doesn't they don't convert necessarily, I'm creating more and more relationships with other small business owners because I get to know them on a personal level, especially when I work with students on a regular basis, twice a week for 8 months or other time intervals.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and I think that's such a better way to build a business, right? Because you're making those long connections and being able to help people from a whole different perspective. So I respect that a lot. I do have a couple of would you rather questions, and these are completely random. So first one says, would you rather vomit uncontrollably for 1 minute every time you hear the happy birthday song, or get a headache that lasts for the rest of the day every time you see a bird?
I would just avoid restaurants. I choose the former and never go to restaurants. Birds, man, are everywhere.
Right.
You can kind of control the environment, but birds, those things just dive bomb you and you're done.
Jimmy, thank you so much. It was nice to meet you. I look forward to being able to meet you in person at some point in time. I do have all of your information, in the description. So that way, if people are looking for a tutor, they know who to connect with. I've got that in there. And I just also dropped a follow on the business page, but I look forward to connecting with you and being able to work with you in the future.
Of course. Thank you, Patrick.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, take care. Thanks.
Dave, you're up. That salad was off the house, off the chain. It was
my God.
Food. And the cocktails, Martin and Ashley, great. Highly suggest coming and checking out Blackhat Distillery. They're doing great things. This place is great, so you need to check it out.
Perfect. Thank you for that. How you doing, sir?
Hey, how are you?
Well. Less better than you probably because you got food and you got drinks, and have access to that. So
I have access to food and drinks.
So, Dave Gallo, correct?
Yes, that is me. Hi.
All right, sir. So, a pleasure to meet you. Sorry I couldn't do it in person. But yeah, we're glad to have you as part of this event this evening. And so tell us a little bit about yourself and about what you do.
As you so correctly mentioned, my name is Dave Gallo. I started during COVID Gallo Business Consulting. In a nutshell, I like to say that I keep business dreams alive. Pretty much everybody, all the wonderful people I've met, they're entrepreneurs and they had a dream and they made it real. And I decided to help these people make their dreams real and keep them real. If there's something that I need to do to help them grow, for example, in the financial side, I can find them a little bit of funding to help them expand. Sometimes, a business will hit a snag. I can step in and help them through that little, rough spot, and help keep them going. And that's essentially what I do.
That's awesome.
And yeah, I started it during COVID. We were all shut down, and for whatever reason, that's what I felt called to do, to help everyone. I felt like that everybody was struggling a little bit, and I wanted to step in and see what I could do to help out.
That's incredible. So that was started this year then?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Well, kudos to you for being able to go ahead and start something right in the middle of a pandemic, right? That's really gutsy, so I admire that, and I like that about people, right? And they're not afraid. And so right now, I mean, are you saying, like, I feel like that you should be like the busiest guy in the world right now?
Yeah. I should be.
That's what Dave says all the time.
I should. And I mean, the biggest challenge is to find the people that truly need my help. Sometimes when rough times hit, or oftentimes when rough times hit, the business owner doesn't know where to turn. They don't know who to talk to. And many times they don't have anyone to talk to. And the biggest challenge is to let those people know that, yeah, I'm here to help.
Do you think it's oftentimes maybe like a pride thing because, to reach out for help? I know a lot of times, we feel like that as business owners, we have to maybe have it all, or at least, feel like, or, we put on this display that we know it all and we have it all. But the ones who are struggling, do you think it's hard to be able to go ahead and maybe go down that road and ask for help?
I think that a little bit of that comes into play, but part of it, it's, since every situation is different, it's really, really hard to say specifically. Yeah, there definitely is some of that pride thing. I've been running my business for 25 years, and I've seen, I've seen it through, ups and downs, but now I just can't figure, I hit another snag and I just can't figure this one out. But I'm supposed to be able to figure it out. But there really isn't anyone for them to talk to about it, because, we don't generally talk about that kind of thing just publicly. Nobody just walks up to you on the street and says, by the way, I'm about to go bankrupt. How are you? I just closed that big account. We don't talk of, especially business finances, we don't talk about them in that sense. So it is, I think it's more of a private, not so much a pride thing, which I think it does play in a little bit, but I think it's it's intimate. It's very private.
Sure. Yeah. Finances are definitely emotional. So.
And that too. Yeah. There's emotion. There's emotions run high. And well. All right.
The drinks are kicking in now.
No, that was real. That was not. They're really.
It's okay, Dave.
Yeah, no, I appreciate what you do. I think that's massive, and I know plenty of people. I don't want to say that they're struggling, but I think that a lot of times that struggle is there, and maybe again not knowing where the resources are. So glad to know that now that I know who to turn them to, so that way. Because ultimately, what we want small and local businesses. I mean, 85% of Colorado Springs is made up of it. And there's plenty of room, right, for more and for growth and things like that. So definitely appreciate that. Dave, how has your experience been tonight with that whole kind of collaboration and meeting other business owners? I know it's a little bit different than maybe your traditional networking, but to be able to kind of see all of that working together with multiple carriers or multiple companies and stuff like that.
Well, I'm sorry, say that again.
Oh, just saying, how has your experience been with, seeing this collaboration that you're attending this evening?
Oh, well, I'm meeting, like every place, every networking that I've been a part of, I meet one new person just about every time I'm out. And really, I am pretty much all referral. And the one thing I will say that I do offer, of course, is 100% confidentiality. Again, like I said before, it's pretty intimate. So we can sit down and have a no judgment, nothing. We'll just sit down and figure out where you're at. Tonight I am meeting more entrepreneurs. Just this whole experience is very uplifting. I'm very glad that I am, and it has nothing to do with the cocktails, really. It is. Well, maybe a little bit, only because some inhibitions are, the inhibitions are, we're all having a good time, and when people are happy, they tend to talk a little bit more, and that's always good. I love getting to know the people, learning about what their passion is, and then what can I do to help it grow? What can I do to keep it moving forward?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing.
Love it. One of the questions we're asking everyone tonight is, with Colorado Springs in particular being so heavy in regards to entrepreneurship, what are some of the things that you would like to see in terms of the collaboration event, in terms of kind of helping small local businesses grow?
Well, I'm not 100% sure. I don't know how to answer that really. Maybe because I'm still relatively a newcomer. I try to go to every event I can because I just never know. I never know. My whole mission is to help everyone else. So I try to go to every event I can, only because I never know who I'm going to run into who might know somebody or need help themselves or know somebody who needs help or to grow to whatever the issue is that's going on.
Sure.
So honestly, I know with COVID, we've had to modify a lot of things.
Sure.
At some point, wouldn't we all love for this to be over so we can get back to what we were doing?
Yeah, 100%.
And meet up and reconnect as a community.
Right. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. I think that's kind of the next step, right? Is how do we do that, and then how do we maybe help out those who have kind of got there, where at least we know, if you guys are watching this on the replay or on the live, now you have a resource. And Dave, we've posted up the Gallo Business Consulting page right here in the comments, so you can just click onto it. And definitely, seems like that's one that you're going to want to hold on to in case you know somebody else who may be struggling as well. So,
Yeah.
Thank you, Dave. And then I have a couple of just kind of random would you rather questions here.
Yeah, sure.
These are completely random. I'm just kind of picking them out of a hat, essentially. So would you rather have a completely automated home or a self-driving car?
I'm going to say self-driving car.
Okay.
As much as I love to drive, I think it would be really fun to just put my feet up and, I'm pulling up at a stoplight and just, hey, how are you? I'm just chilling out, listening to music or whatever. And maybe I'm kicked back and, how are you?
Yeah, no, I think that would be really cool, and maybe to be able to have real meaningful conversations, right? If you're going from one appointment to the other in between. For me, I know a lot of times, a lot of my catching up or things like that, or in the car.
I didn't even think about the multitasking aspect of it. Yeah, no, you're right. I could take a few phone calls while the car is worried about stoplights and all that.
Sure.
Yeah. So yet another benefit. Thank you.
Of course. And then last question here says, would you rather be completely invisible for one day or be able to fly for one day?
Fly.
Any particular reason why?
Well, it's a great break from driving. But then again, after having a self-driving car, how do you step that up?
Sure.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to say, and I didn't start my business to be invisible. I started my business to help everyone fly. So I think that's where I'm at.
I love that. Dave, thank you so much, man. It was a pleasure to meet you. I look forward to connecting with you in person.
Yeah, please. Yeah. Hey, anytime. Click on my page and we'll set something up.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dave Gallo, everybody. Hey, Scott.
What's up?
I'm gonna put you on solo. So basically, it'll be just your stuff here on the layout, and I'm gonna have you take over kind of interview for the next couple of people. I'm gonna grab some food myself before it gets too late.
Okay, cool.
All right.
So we're still live. Cool. All right. Flip. Yeah. So we're live right now.
All right.
Have to go grab food. So
all right. Get it in.
Go ahead. Let's hear who you are, a little bit about your business.
So my name is Flip Awesome Aguilera, and yes, that is literal. It is on my license, on my birth certificate. And I am a holistic health coach. So Scott, since you're here, come over. What does holistic health coaching mean to you?
The whole person concept, breathing, organs, skin, muscles, everything.
Well, the body, much like everything else, communicates with us. Would you agree with that?
True, yep.
And what I do is I help people tune in to what their body is really actually telling them by doing assessments, which everybody's heard about. All these assessments things. The first assessment that I do is breathing. And the reason I start with breathing is because the way that I visualize it is that breathing is the earth that you want to build your home on. Now, how many times in your life have you heard you need to have a good foundation?
All the time.
All the time. Now, if you build a good foundation on a part of the earth that's prone to mudsliding, what's going to happen to that good foundation?
It's going away.
It's going. So the breath is the earth that you put the foundation on. So if the breathing is not good, we need to figure out what's going on and try to get it to a better place so that we can then begin to build that foundation of purposeful movement, of good sleep, of good nutrition, of good mindset, so that we can build and create the best individual that person is. Does that make sense?
No, it makes perfect sense. And so, how long have you been running Sweat Nation?
So Sweat Nation was established in 2010, in June of 2010.
Okay.
So this is my 10-year anniversary. I did not know that my 10-year anniversary would be coming with a pandemic. Right? Neither did you, right?
No.
None of us knew this was going to be what happened. But here we are, living in the moment. And when you practice the type of mindfulness that we practice, these type of things happen for us, not to us.
True. And I think when people hear you say that, they're like, you'll probably have to, like, some people are like, what did he say? Like, it takes a couple times for it to stick, or it may take 20 times. Because there's been stuff that we've talked about that, for me, I'm like, I had to read it like 5 times, and it took me 15 minutes for it to stick. So.
Yeah, but that's fine. That's how the brain learns. The brain typically doesn't learn things immediately. It needs reps. Right? It needs reps. So that's what I do. I help people start developing the reps so that it can start evolving and adapting to the person in their minds say they want to be. Because everybody wants to be the best version of themselves intuitively. But how do you really do that?
Very, very true. So with this ambiance that we have going on here, what's it been like for you with this experience?
With this specific experience, this has been amazing. There's good discussions going on, good conversations, good people. And what else do you want? When you have that, the only thing that you can do when that is happening is practice being present. Right?
Yeah.
The only guarantee that we have is this moment. So
True.
I need to enjoy this moment with all of these findings.
That's very, very true. So, like, with the collaboration that's going on here, getting to meet different people, when you look at that collaboration piece and you kind of go to what you do with Sweat Nation, how do you see that fitting together with Sweat Nation and the collaboration piece?
Well, the thing is, there's a bunch of people here that have different things that they do. And part of optimizing oneself is knowing, and being part of the person who's in the journey with them, helping them do that, is, what is your pain point? If I can't solve it, maybe it's SEO, maybe it's something that has to do with your website. Now I've had the opportunity to sit down, meet somebody, and learn more about what they do, or I can be like, well, I know somebody that I think is a quality person that I can refer you to. So that's what sitting down and being with people is, because you tell me, people are the resource.
It's true, and I think when you talk about people being the resource, that goes back to what you do with Sweat Nation, where you've got to take care of your body, because your biggest asset is your body.
Yep. Your body should be thought of as your temple, because you only have one of them. And I'm not saying not to go out. We're drinking tonight, right? That's fine. You can have a drink. You can do things. You can have some fun. But once you start practicing something that is going to manifest itself as the worst part of you, should you continue to have that practice?
If it's the worst part, it's probably something you got to look at adjusting.
But how many people are doing that? Because we do live in a world, especially this country, that a lot of the population is anxious and depressed. And not that they don't have a reason to be, but how does that make you the best version of yourself? Practicing being anxious, which in my definition, you tell me what you think of this definition, is anxiety is a preoccupation with things in the future that you probably can't control.
That's spot on. You'll hear a lot of people that talk about their focus on the future, but you can't control the future. You can only control where you're at that moment.
Yeah.
And it's the other thing, like I tell people, I'm like, you can only control your bubble. So whatever your wingspan is, that's the only thing you can control. And so the future hasn't happened yet. So every moment that you're in is a moment that's going towards that future.
But if you're not paying attention to the moment, then you end up anxious. Now, depression is the opposite of that. A preoccupation of things in the past that have already happened, that unless you need to apologize or forgive, you can't do anything with it. You're just living in this past that once happened or didn't happen or whatever the case may be. But both of those things, to your point, stop you from living in the moment, which is the actual time you could do something about anything.
Yeah, and I think that's where we have probably the biggest thing that we're seeing is the anxiousness because
of COVID. The future is uncertain. Well, it is. And it always has been. What guarantee do either one of us have that on the way home something's not going to happen to us?
I'm not sure. I'm looking to see if there's anything.
Chandeliers. So the only guarantee is that you and I are speaking. And if you ask some people, that's not even a guarantee. They think we're in a simulation. But that's a whole different rabbit hole.
Yeah, no, that's true. So I know Patrick's been asking everybody in regard with what's your future vision with what you're doing within the Colorado Springs network? And what do you see, or what would you like to see happen within the community of Colorado Springs?
Well, as you know, I've begun to explore starting different groups, right? And some of them, not all of them have to do with Sweat Nation, but I am a person that likes to discuss, right? So in Miami, I moved here from Miami, by the way. I used to run an event called the Miami Coffee House Discussion Group. We're here. I'm already now on my third event that I'm going to start, and all of them are kicking off in January, on top of some other things that I'm doing. But I want to begin the Colorado Springs Philosophy Group, because part of what I think is, if we don't exercise our First Amendment right to speak and communicate to each other, then the Second Amendment becomes the default. And which one would you prefer to live in?
Where we can speak?
Where we can speak and work things out and build that skill of doing that. So that's one of the things I want to do with the philosophy group. And I want to, go back in time and think about all the ideas that we've had through humanity and dissect them and talk about and debate them and even argue them. But in a place where we can argue ideas, but we're not arguing with each other.
And I think that's the biggest thing is we've got to take the approach and understand that everybody has their lenses that they're looking through, and we got to take the time and see how they're seeing things, because there may be something that we're missing, and if you can stop and say, okay, they're looking through their lens, this is how they're seeing stuff. If there's something that I'm missing,
well, they have a different experience. Right? They've got different combinations of experiences that you've never had. And if we want to bring Einstein, what was his whole thing? Everything is relative, right? And what you see from that angle may not be the same thing I see from this angle. So it's relative to the person and the angle they're seeing it from, even though it's the same event. Watching it from different perspectives can bring, depending on your experiences in life, give you a completely different, way of seeing it.
Yeah, and I think I always remember the cartoon where you got the two people standing here, and it's a 6 one way, and then it's a 9 the other way. And so it goes with that whole approach with how you see stuff. So in regards with like Sweat Nation, what you're looking to do within the Colorado Springs network, what are you wanting to bring to the forefront? And
what I would like to do is have people come and experience the assessment, because that will give them an experience of actually observing what their body is telling them. And when you do that, you can then create a program for that individual. So it's not going to be cookie cutter, like, oh, just do 3 sets of 10 or eat these things. It's like, okay, we're going to do these assessments, and they're going to guide us and say, you need more of this, maybe a little less of this. And if you do that over time, because everything is a compounding effect, negatively or positively, if you do that and you commit to yourself first and foremost, the outcome is sky's the limit.
True. So if anybody wanted to get in contact with you, how would they go about doing that?
You can go to sweatnationworld.com. You can look for me on Instagram, Facebook. I'm Flip Aguilera on Facebook, Flip Awesome Aguilera on Instagram. I've got my Sweat Nation page also on Instagram and Facebook. I also do a podcast that's called Wait, and it's an acronym, and it's spelled WEYT, and it stands for What's Engaging Your Thoughts. And because I like to speak to people about what's going on, and let's talk about it. Let's be open and vulnerable about it.
I got you. So Patrick's been asking people a couple questions. So he's been going off the top of his head. So I got pod decks.
All right.
I don't know if we used these before, but this is what the heck. So go ahead and draw your card, and let's see what you got.
All right. What's the grossest thing you've ever seen someone do in public? Well, in high school, I was part of a club called the Athletic Club. And it was, if you can imagine, it's like the Greek system in college, where to get into it, you have to go through handles.
Okay.
And, going through it sucks, right? But when you're on the other side and you get to do it, I would literally make these concoctions and have them sitting for months. And then when it was time to haze, I'm like, you got to drink it.
Like for a minute, it's like kimchi.
Who knows? It was all type. I'm pretty sure it wasn't healthy.
Well, you never know, the bacteria and whatnot. And then we got one more here. Would you rather deck? So go ahead and let's see what you got.
Let's see. Be single for a year. This includes no dating. Or go on bad dates for a year straight. Well, I was single with no dating for 8 months of my life.
So you were close to doing the whole year.
That was my working within time where I was like, I need to work on me. I went on some bad dates too once I opened up after that. But if I had to choose one, I'm gonna say I'm gonna go on the bad dates because they're gonna be fodder for good stories.
True, very, very true. So,
and you just never know who you're gonna meet.
Well, you never know. It could end up being a bad date, but
That
maybe
moment.
a friend.
Yeah, but exactly.
Yeah, so
Why not?
interesting. Yeah, so. But no, appreciate you coming up here. We just allow great to have to do this and whatnot. So I know we got the next dish that came out.
Yeah.
And then Marcus has got the list. So Marcus will talk about that.
I'll bring your plate to explain.
Cool. So anything else that you want to leave with?
I think we did a good job. Thank you for having me on and spreading this joy. Experiencing it.
You know how I do it. Like, this is all I ever do.
This is all
So
you
here we
do.
go.
Boom.
All right, man.
Thank
All
you
right,
very
Flip. Sweet, sweet.
Peace out, everybody.
So we got Marcus coming in here. He's delivering the next dish. I know he's talked to some of the tables, so he went and grabbed my plate. So just waiting for him to come in here. But anybody that's watching this, highly suggest taking up what Jasper said, reaching out to human. Oh man, I can't believe I did the call too. It's great information. Human interest. There we go. Yep, it took me a couple seconds. But 30-minute consult with Katie Winland. And it's just great information because it gives you that education piece. And even if you're a single owner of a business, then there's some stuff that you can take advantage of as a single owner of a business that you can implement. So like I said, it's great information. But hopefully everybody that's watching this, you guys are getting a lot of great information out of it. Just realizing what we're doing in regards to Two Native Sons. Ultimately, this is all it's coming down to. And I know we got Patrick in here commenting with some different things. Sweat Nation, Flip Aguilera. Patrick Massey sure looks dope. I know Patrick's got one too, so we got this coming out. So for merch-wise for 2NS, a couple different things that we'll be shooting up. And Patrick Massey did a couple of designs on here. This one here, and then the Let's Go, I've got that. And then the shirt that Patrick's been wearing, that's Duran that did that for us. But shout out to, I'm blanking, Dorinda and Gary with their shop down at Chapel Hills Mall. They had a pretty quick turnaround time for our shirts, so give them a shout out, just the collaboration piece and whatnot. But this is, I told Patrick when we were doing this, I was like, this is going to be so unique as a result because I didn't know how it was going to turn out. Using a small webcam, we got the Blue Yeti, we got the little speakers, and so it's just a beautiful thing. And so I know there's some things that we'll have to do as we're going through, but in perfect action, we swing the bat, we keep going and whatnot. So I don't know where Marcus went, so we'll have Berta. You want to come on? No, why not? You gotta come. Oh my goodness! So there's always somebody shy in the bunch, so it's a good time. So Flip's wife Bertha didn't want to come on, so we're not gonna pressure her, even though maybe. But hey, Cece. I know that's how I roll. So we got CC coming on. He runs the airsoft field down in Texas. We'll have him talk a little bit. Give another unique perspective because now he's come from the Texas market. So, hold on here. We got Marcus coming.
We got Marcus coming up with food. All right, hang on.
So okay, we got Marcus back with the plate on the next course. So Marcus, you can go ahead and sit down.
Yeah. The main course for this evening is filet skewers with lemon, butter, garlic, shrimp, and scallops for your meat. You got the long beans with a couple tomatoes for color. And then that rice-looking thing right there is actually orzo. It has a rosemary and truffle.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, you guys do not know what you're missing. So you got to take up on that 30-minute call. I know next month, the 12th of December, this is another round that they're doing, but shout out to Chef Katrina, aka Crash McGee. I think Jasper may talk a little bit about that. So shout out to her skill though, what she's bringing. So excited.
Oh, she's cooking it up.
Oh my goodness. Good times. Woo, buddy. All right, Cece. Yeah. So we got the loan. So
where am I looking here?
Yeah, pretty much you. You can look at the screen. It don't matter. But so go ahead and talk about who you are, your business a little bit. I know it's not in Texas, but
yeah, it's a bit of a stretch, a bit of a drive. I mean, hey, if you want to make that 12-hour drive, I'll let you play free if you want to drive 12 hours just to play airsoft.
You heard it right there.
That would be an honor to have somebody drive that far just to see my field. But 33rd Parallel Airsoft is airsoft's the new thing that's kind of sweeping over paintball. I used to work at a paintball field, and I always see it's a standard grid pattern, and all the buildings are in line. There's usually a very basic, simple plan, and you can tell what it is. And then everyone goes on the field, you get shot once, then you stand on the sideline, and that's how it always worked. And if you're the beginner, and then you've got all the pros out there, and you get sniped from across the field, you spend most of the day on the sideline. And I just wasn't about that. And then I looked around. I had a friend actually that introduced me to airsoft, and I went out and played it and had a phenomenal time. But just the simple level 1 mechanic of airsoft having respawn points is a game changer, and the only reason that you should need to want to play airsoft. Because you get shot, then you go back to the spawn point, you go right back in the field. There's no sideline time. So whenever you pay for a full day of an experience, you're getting it. And then, like, not only that mechanic, but, like, so if you've ever heard of Among Us, it's the big thing sweeping right now. I swear, dude, somebody went out and played a game of Trouble in Terrorist Town, which is an airsoft game mode, and turned it into an app platform, and thus you have Among Us. So the way Trouble in Terrorist Town works is everybody will circle around the referee, and they'll put their heads down, close their eyes, and put their thumbs in, and then the referee will pick by touching thumbs a certain number of terrorists. It'll be a 1/3 ratio. So let's say there'll be 2 good guys to every 1 bad guy. Only the bad guys will look up, and then the guys looking back at you are on your team. Like if you're looking up, we're both terrorists and everything. And then you look back down so that nobody notices you were already looking up. And then disperse, wait for go. You have to say disperse, wait for go, because the people will just hose the line there in the circle and be like, I win. Because they just want to win. But no, and so if you're a good guy, you have no idea. You have no idea who to trust, who to work with, and then people will make alliances, and you don't know if you're allying with another good guy. That's what you're hoping for, and you're rooting for. Because, if you can hold out with, like, one good guy and then the good guys win. You just have to eliminate the other team. But the bad guys, the terrorists, have the advantage of knowing who's who. And then, like, I've been a bad guy. I've allied with the good guy. Like, hey, do you want to ride the trust bus? Like, you want to work together till the end. We'll see if, we'll see then. And I'll get this good guy to kill other good guys. And then whenever he kills all the good guys, I'll just, like, pop him right there. And it's just a game of strategy. And then, like, the art of lying. And thus you have Among Us with imposters and the regular guys and everything.
Yep. I see it. My oldest actually has gotten into. She's only 11.
Yeah.
But she'll watch YouTube and they'll have all the YouTubers playing and whatnot. So that's interesting. So what got you into wanting to open up an airsoft field?
So it's been a lifelong dream for me. Whenever I was 10 years old, my best friend had gone to the flea market with his grandma and came back with these rinky-dink, little bitty, this big, like, crappy dollar plastic airsoft pistols. And we just got to playing in the backyard. And then the flea market rolls around next month, and so we got a few more. We started inviting our friends, and it was a snowball. We went from those little things, then we got the AA powered ones, and then we got the Walmart brand ones. And then, like, whenever you go online and you look at it, there's some intense airsoft guns online. They look like the real deal. Yeah. They're full metal. They've got metal gearboxes. They're much more powerful. They've got sniper rifles. They've got large machine guns. You can actually buy a handheld Gatling gun for $600. you can buy a handheld Gatling gun for $600 and use that in airsoft. And so, but anyway, it's just that snowball effect, and it's just good friends, and it was such a great time. I had the best time with all my friends, and it was just a dream, and I turned it into a reality.
Hey, that's the thing. Chase your dreams, chase your passions. So what's your experience been like with this type of dinner and what Jasper Blackhat has put together?
Blackhat, this is awesome. Like the great atmosphere, the drinks. This right here is an old fashioned, and it is probably the best old fashioned I've ever had. It's smooth on a new level. Like it is awesome. But yeah, and then Tobala. I actually had Tobala for the first time 2 nights ago, and I don't want to butcher the name, so I'm not even going to try. But she served me this dish, and it was incredible.
The Brera.
Tacos de Brera. I've already butchered it.
I butcher it all the time too, but I know.
But it was so good, dude. Honestly, God, like people say food's good, and then food's good.
Yep. And I know that Colorado Springs, Tobala is one of only 5 locations that has that.
Tobala is booked all the way through 2021, and that's a testament to how good the food is.
Yep. So in regards, because with being in the Texas market and where you're at, how's the collaboration down there in regards to entrepreneurs, small businesses, and what would you like to see different, or what would you like to have to change down that area with that collaboration piece?
Honestly, I'm learning as I go. I'm figuring it out on the fly and everything, and I've only been to a handful of like social networking events.
Okay.
And they're very similar. I mean, one idea spreads like wildfire all across the U.S. And it's just take the time to get to know people and all utilize each other, and then you can all build each other up from it. And so, like, I've learned so much from so many different people.
So, what can we do for you, CC, with what you're doing? I know we're in Colorado, but we probably have people in Texas.
Yeah.
So, what can we do for you?
If you could do one thing for me, it would be convince people to just have a good time by playing airsoft. The entire mission of 33rd Parallel Airsoft is that everyone has fun. I hate whenever I go to other fields and then the teams are unbalanced and then like one side's getting destroyed and nobody's having fun. The other side's out of targets and things like that. But getting out and just trying it. And so, but sometimes everything works out.
Okay, all right. So I've got a couple decks here. So this is pod decks.
Oh no.
Interview deck here. So go ahead and draw and let's see what you got.
All right, right there. What are you currently curious about? When ski season starts. Like, I was hoping to really squeeze in like a day of skiing. Go skiing for the first time. Like, I'm not even a skateboarder or anything, but I'm just like trying new things and just I'm about making memories and having fun. And so I'm probably gonna make another special trip back to Colorado just to try skiing.
Okay, all right. Have you thought about snowboarding?
Sure. I mean, I gotta see how I do at skiing first. Like, I'm not a skateboarder, so like. I gotta figure out where I'm at and then just know my limits.
I got you.
I don't want to break a leg and then I can't play airsoft.
No, I understand. I understand. Yeah. So our next deck is what would you rather?
Would you rather?
Yeah.
Ooh, this is never good. This is never good. Would you rather abolish war or find a cure for every type of cancer? I'm a stats guy, so I would totally have to do. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, and so it's hard to say because war starts and stops, and cancer is always there.
Okay.
And so I would just say whatever does the most harm is the one I would fix.
Okay. All right. Don't get mad at CC because this is a very tough would you rather question. Yeah. If you're watching this, think about it. What would you choose?
Yeah.
So, man,
Yeah.
Interesting. So, well, anything else?
Don't be afraid to try it. Just go out there. Okay, so I used to live here, and I'll support a local field in Parker, Colorado, Fox Airsoft and Flat Acres Farm. I've been up there. I've played up there. They're awesome people. They're abiding by COVID, so you need to like go online and book to play airsoft. But I've flown up here just to meet up with family, and then we all go play airsoft, and we had a great time. We had wonderful memories, and so yeah, just go check those guys out.
Well, man, appreciate it, CC. Hopefully this has been a good time for you. I know you're asking, you're like, what are you guys going to do? We go by the seat of our pants, so this is what
Yes. Whatever. I'm up for whatever's next, whatever it is.
we got you. Sweet, man.
Yeah. All right. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Jasper, don't act like you don't hear me. Yeah. Why do we have this?
It's still pointed out.
Yeah.
Wait,
What?
well, I've had a lot to drink.
Okay, you'll be fine. All right, everyone. So we have Jasper Axelrad on with us now, owner of Tobala. And you changed his name, right? Is that coming in?
Yes, we did. We changed it to Tobala Cuisine.
Okay.
Creative cuisine.
Yep.
Of course, y'all may have already heard Chase the Taste. And yes.
Yeah. And I think it's interesting that you've talked about the name change because that's opened up a lot of different things for you, right?
So we did it for a number of reasons. One is flexibility, variety, quality, right? Because if you want to have fresh produce, we want to source with local farmers, right? So you're not going to get the same thing every time. And of course, Chef Lamberton is doing incredible things. So I didn't want to limit her ability either. So it has opened a lot of opportunities just in the dishes we serve. Because before, it's just fine Mexican cuisine that limits what ingredients you use or spice flavors, things like that. Whereas we can actually source with local farmers and do what is being grown or what is being, grass-fed, that kind of thing at this point in time.
So you put together this experience. I have to give you a shout out. Like I said, you got to give yourself more kudos. Also the first sponsor for 2NS, so thank you for allowing us to come and do this.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I just wish you could sit down and eat, but you're going everywhere.
It's all good. I sacrifice, and it's one of those things that it's just doing the experience and whatnot. So when you look at what's going on right now, is this the first one that you've been able to have take place yet?
We did a kind of a pilot, and this is our first real one, yeah. So
Well,
this is kind of amazing. So I'm not sure who's gotten to sit in front of you. I know Maddie with Succeeding Small has, and she's beyond incredible, right? Flip awesome. Like it says it in his name, but I wanted to give him a huge shout out testimonial. This guy is so thorough, so good at what he does, has the knowledge, has the background, just incredible. And to be surrounded by all these different people who are phenomenal people, it's not even just the business is something that's really fantastic and worth supporting. The person themselves are worth supporting, which is just as amazing.
Yep, true. So when you look at this and what it has come together as, how do you feel right now?
Honestly, this is absolutely wonderful. I just wish that we could all be together at a really big round table because I want to be able to talk to everyone and I can't. But COVID compliant, totally get it. It's a great thing. We want to be safe, but at the same time, I cannot wait until we can socialize in a great capacity again.
Yep. And then the next one that you have going on is the 12th of December.
Yes, which I'm super excited because your other half couldn't be here today, unfortunately, right? And it's going to be something really special, I think, because I have a feeling this is just going to continue growing with momentum.
Yep.
Almost every single person here had their plate paid for by human interest, which is simply amazing because what they're doing is offering retirement plans, but the way that you get the plate paid for is a 30-minute consult call, and it's just an educational, informative call. This is something that any business owner should do, but really any person. And I feel very, very strongly about this, just from a preventative financial standpoint, because if you are a business owner and you have any employees at all, I mean, it's great to save for yourself, but that gives them an opportunity to save for their life and make their life quality better that they wouldn't have unless they were a business owner. So I love that we have the opportunity as business owners to do that. If that makes any sense.
No,
I'm not even sure if I'm making sense anymore.
No, it's perfect sense. And I was like, people need to really check it out, take up that offer and whatnot. I know we did an interview on Monday, me and you, and then you and Patrick did an interview. So anybody that's watching this that hasn't seen those interviews, go check them out. Patrick did today. We did Monday night. But when you look at the collaboration piece with what we're doing, the Colorado Springs market, what do you want to see come to fruition, and what do you want to see take place within the Colorado Springs market?
Well, so for the Colorado Springs market, right, we have a lot of small businesses. The entrepreneurial scene is insane here. The energy, the high vibrations are just incredible. So every single person I've gotten to meet who's starting it up, they've got so much wonderful energy and they're looking to do good things for others. And that's something that I think you can follow with passion, just with passion in general. And that's an amazing thing. But I want to give a huge shout out to two native sons, right? Like Dreamer, Cypher, all of the podcasts that you guys are doing in general. Because guess what? If you're a business owner at all, right? Small business, whether it's local or not, they give you an outreach on a viral platform that this is just incredible. So what I would love to personally see is I would love to see any business owner get a free 5-course meal and help support their employees if they have them at all to give them better life quality and get amazing 5 cocktails and get right on here and tell you guys what they're doing, because that to me sounds like dream come true right there. That sounds pretty good.
No, it is. And thank you for that shout out. Thank you. Like we always say, thank you for trusting us, joining up and allowing us to have you as our first sponsor. Because you could be like, nope, I'm done. But I know it's just that connection piece. And like I said, it's you find like-minded people and you got a big vision. You got a big dream for what you want to do. You're very driven on the connection piece and the collaboration piece. So it works out. Patrick and I are very grateful and blessed to have you as our first sponsor. So
well, I'm super excited. I hope you get sponsored by every single person in this room. Like this is something that I think is huge and wonderful. And I'd love to bring Chef Lamberton on here actually, so you can actually talk to her, because guess what? I hired her straight off of personality. I didn't even know what her food tasted like at first. And then we held tasting dinners, which you were there for, and she just happened to also be amazing at that.
Yes. All right. Well, I got the what the heck deck.
No.
Yes. Oh yes.
We don't. Okay. All right.
It's good for you.
It's good for me. Why are you? What set of items could you buy that would make the cashier the most uncomfortable? Why do you do this to me?
You drew the card.
Yeah, but you knew it was in there.
Yeah, I knew, but I didn't know it was no.
Somewhere along the way. Oh my gosh. All right. And MacGyver instantly goes through my head, so I'm thinking duct tape, like nitro. But like also a cashier, right? So this has to be some kind of store.
Yep.
Like what would you purchase in a store? God, I'm thinking some weird horse bridles and like duct tape and like maybe like a CO2 compressor, bromine you can buy at hot tub stores. That could be a little concerning.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe like your formula for mustard gas in some capacity. I don't know. I'm probably just listing things I should not be listing. He's loving this.
It's all good. It's all good. It's a question. So. All right. Well, Well, and then last one is would you rather?
Oh, okay. Okay. This is- Your fingers all okay, wait, would you rather, right? Your fingers always feel sticky or your throat always feel itchy? Oh man, hands down, fingers, right? Because then I can just wipe them on people and watch their expression. That sounds amazing. I just like all the time be like, they're sticky, right? And just get to watch their face with this. I mean, if it's my throat, I can't do anything but deal with it, but at least I can bother others with my fingers.
It's true. It's true.
Misery loves company. What can I say?
Gotta love
Oh
it.
my goodness.
Well, anything else that you want to say? Anything else to bring to the forefront?
Oh my gosh, I wish I could talk for like everyone here right now because they're just incredible people. But I know you guys saw Maddie was succeeding small, and I really want to give a huge shout out to her because she has created a company that is for small business startups. So if you are needing help to get your search engine optimization, if you're needing help to get your word out there, she can do it at an affordable price, which is incredible because I shop the market. A lot of the time you're looking in thousands. That's not her. You want this girl in your corner. She's amazing. And I also love that we've got Cece right here and from Texas came here and is enjoying Tobala for free. Thank you, Human Interest. Katie can't be with me right now, but if you guys have anytime, go check out TobalaCuisine.com. It's a site that is in progress.
Hey, it's all good.
I'm learning as I go, you guys.
Imperfect action.
There you go.
Patrick says, thank you, Jasper. So,
Well, thank you, Patrick. I'm excited for the 12th because that's going to be a really fun time too. And I'm excited to kind of hear the feedback on the food. I'm just at my little table.
it's all good. We already know I eat everything, so it's delicious. So, well,
Yeah, it's
appreciate
true.
it.
I was going to say, I don't even have my. I have been completely cleared. I'm allowed to be out in public, but I still can't taste. So, talk about it takes a village. I have had to rely on everyone around me to know what things taste like right now. And I own a food truck.
All good.
So, that's how that goes.
It's all good. So, then we got Colorado Coffee House or
Campfire Coffee.
Okay.
Colorado Campfire Coffee, man. They are such cool people. I'm so excited to see where they go. And Corey, the owner right here, he has some incredible, I mean, they blend their coffee. It's frozen, it's hot, it's iced, it's whatever you want. And they do all kinds of drinks. I'm hoping he'll come and chat with you guys along with Barb too, man. Barb has some awesome, I'm going to be taking a class with her next week that I'm super excited for, all about really communicating and connections because that's what it's about. It's about connecting.
Sweet. No, I appreciate it. You're a natural. You got to give yourself more kudos.
That's a lot of alcohol being natural.
Oh, no. Sorry. All right, what's going on? All right, everyone. So we got Corey on now.
Hey guys.
Corey, go ahead and talk a little bit about the business, who you are, and then we'll get into some different questions.
All right, sounds good, guys. Hey, happy Veterans Day to everybody out there, active duty and veterans. I want to take this moment to say thank you for everything you've done, your family sacrifice. First and foremost, I was a veteran one time in my life as well, so thank you. I'm Corey Cantrell with Campfire Coffee in Colorado Springs. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram, all one word, Colorado Campfire Coffee. Basically what we are is we're a mobile coffee trailer here in El Paso County, Colorado. We get to move all throughout Colorado Springs, go to different neighborhoods, go to events, go to churches, and basically supply beverages to their customers. We pair great with food trucks. We are beverage based, so we do not deal with food, which is something that we really enjoy because our passion is beverages. Our passion is espresso, typically. So outside of our coffee drinks, I mean, we're the whole nine. We're macchiatos, lattes, frappuccinos, iced coffee, hot coffee. Then for the non-coffee drinkers, we do smoothies and infused teas for the kiddos or anybody that doesn't want caffeine in their drinks. But yeah, that's where we're at right now.
Sweet. So how long have you had the mobile coffee shop?
Yeah. So we started right at the end of May. So June, July, August, September, October. We're like 5 months deep, going on 6 months. So we're half a year new in this business. So we're very fresh, we're very new, and we're still learning. Every week, every day is a new process. We do not know everything, and we take pride in not knowing everything. This is a learning experience. It's never ending.
So what brought you into wanting to run a mobile coffee shop?
Yeah, good question. Me and my little brother, he's Jacob Franklin, active duty, currently still active duty in the Air Force, stationed in Cheyenne, Wyoming. We both love coffee. It's been a passion of ours. I mean, we all know the big coffee chains, guys. Starbucks, Kangaroo Coffee, whatever your go-to is. Here in Colorado Springs, Dutch Bros is very popular. But we wanted to take what we love and take that time and energy and invest it into ourselves, put our own take on things, and supply that to a customer. So what did that look like for us? We knew that the people of Colorado are very prideful in their state and in their flag and being outdoorsy people, being healthy people. And we wanted to capture that and embrace that in our logo, in our business name, in the wrap on our coffee trailer. So that a person from Colorado that's been a Colorado native, they're very prideful. When they look at our trailer, they'll say, that's something that I want to go to. That's something that I want to relate to. And it's all about those memories that you have around the campfire. If you're around the campfire at the end of the day, you're surrounded by people that you love and care about. Nobody has bad campfire memories. You just had a good day doing something, whether it was hunting, whether you just got done fishing, whether you just got done off-roading with a group of friends, and you had a couple of brews along the day. You're going to end that night around a campfire, around the pine trees, around the mountains, the Rocky Mountains. That's where we're at now. So we wanted to capture that feeling, that emotion, that memory that somebody from here can relate to when they come to our trailer and buy a beverage from us. So it's more than just, I have something, come and buy it from me. It's more of an emotional aspect that the customer can relate to. So that's really what we wanted to capture when we created Campfire Coffee.
So in the time that you've had your business, what's been the most challenging thing for you to overcome?
Oh man, just learning the business side of things. The business side of a business is the not fun side. The fun side is getting out there, selling your product, having regulars, having people that follow you. That's great. But learning how to get a city permit for your mobile vendor shop, learning how to get your sales tax license on the city level and the state level, and not having that experience or guidance prior was very challenging. I have no business experience, neither does my brother, nor does anybody in my family. So I really had nobody to directly reach out to hold my hand along the way. So what I tell people is basically we stumbled through the process, tripped over our own feet multiple times, but eventually we persevered. We weren't going to just give up on it. We knew this is something we wanted, and we kept going on it. And then obviously COVID didn't help none of that. We started this in March. We started this trying to get our licenses and permits on March 2nd. March 3rd, all of Colorado Springs shut down. So all the offices that we needed direct line to contact and the health department that we needed to go in and see, all of a sudden it was leave a voicemail, send an email, we'll respond to you in 3 to 4 days. That was a big issue. So that was probably the hardest thing, was the business side of a business that we knew nothing about.
What's been your highlights so far?
I think the commentary that we have gotten from customers has been the most rewarding. Obviously, seeing your product sell, making a profit, and seeing people come back is great. That's all what we're in business for. But seeing somebody that's come to your, for me, coffee trailer that's 15 miles away from their neighborhood, and they say, hey, the only reason I'm here right now is because we wanted to get coffee from you today, when they just drove by 20 Starbucks along the way and all these other coffee shops or something that was way closer to them. is the most rewarding. For somebody to tell me that, which we have literally heard, means the most. And to have that relationship with your customers within a 5 or 6 month period is humbling, is just, it's breathtaking, and it's hard to explain other than just humbling and feeling not deserving of that at this point in time. So it's really great.
Awesome. So when you look at the collaboration that's going on here, what's been your experience being here with the dinner and with everybody around?
Yeah, so tonight's my first night with this group of people, and I hope to learn more from them. But basically realizing that there's so many resources around us, whether it's your own city, your own state. When I'm talking to small business owners from out of Colorado and just bouncing ideas off of each other, knowing that us small business owners are in this together and that not always in competition. You know, you think of corporate world, it's all about competition and sales. It's all about money. It's all about putting somebody under you so you can step over them and move on. But here tonight, it's more about helping each other progress, helping each other in avenues that I might not know something about, whether that's payroll side of things, hiring employees, giving employees a certain amount of benefits, and how we can do that, or knowledge, basically just sharing knowledge with each other and not keeping secrets. I think that's what I've really taken from tonight.
So what's your vision with the Colorado Springs market? How do you want to go about with your collaboration piece, and what do you want to bring toward the market?
Yeah, great question. So in Colorado Springs specifically, we have about 4 military bases. So what that is Fort Carson, that's Army, Peterson and Schriever, that's Air Force, and then you have the Air Force Academy. So that's 4 military installations in one city. That's very unique to Colorado Springs. What does that mean? That means that you have thousands of veterans and active duty military in this city. That's a big target audience that you can connect with, that you can target, but it's connected with. And if you have that experience that you can relate to them, they're going to gravitate towards that. So knowing that we're in Colorado Springs, knowing that I personally came from Fort Carson and seeing how many military members live in this community, that was something specific for me that I should reach out to, that I should connect with. And Colorado Springs is growing. We have one of the highest housing markets here in the nation. We're in the top 5 of growing cities in America. So it's not even slowing down. The housing market is not slowing down even with COVID. And if the Space Force, which is still projected to come to Colorado Springs, that's going to bring another 20, 30,000 population just to the city. So that's something to keep in mind as a business owner, whether you're in the real estate market or the commercial business market, to keep in mind that this city is continuously growing. We're projected to equal or surpass Denver within the next 5 to 10 years. So to me, that tells me I want to get my footprint in now while I can, however that might be. So if it's a small coffee trailer for now, I'm completely okay with that because I'm establishing a customer base that I'm going to build in the future.
Man, that's awesome, Corey. I think that's huge, though. So
yeah, Corey, I'm back here, man. That's awesome, dude. I just love listening to you talk, man. Honestly, like you just have such a prowess and a humble.
One interview and one would you rather.
Oh wait, what am I doing?
Just grab one card from each.
All right, one card from each.
Yep.
Hey Scott, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Do I read these or?
Yeah, read them.
All right, my red card here. Lick every inanimate object you see or be licked by every living thing you see. All right, do I answer this first?
Yeah.
All right.
It's a would you rather, so.
I mean, I'm not opposed. You guys, I'm a veteran. I'm not opposed to being licked. And you know what? There's a lot of good looking people here. So you only live once. So I would take the choice of being licked by every living thing I see. There's no weird animals or like fish here. So I'll go with that one for sure. Send that back to you. All right, black card here, guys. If you could undo one moment in your life, what would it be? Oh, man, that is a loaded question. And I have 29 years of life to think about what I would I mean, I got some exes, you know, and I'm happily married, and I love my wife, you know. So maybe, I don't know, not getting into a relationship that got me nowhere in life. I think that's something we could probably all relate to. We've been in bad relationships that was just no good. But so I guess it would be an ex-past relationship. It's gonna be my solid answer because I'm happily married. So I'm gonna go with that.
Sweet, sweet. Patrick, do you have anything for Corey?
Man, yeah, I'm just real impressed, man. Just listening to you talk, you got a lot of passion, but you also have this humble attitude still. You know what I mean? And
thank you.
That's incredible because I come from humble roots myself, and I always try to remember that. Right? It's so easy sometimes when you're enjoying a little bit of success to maybe kind of go with that, but always bringing yourself and circling back. And so that's what I get from you. As a kind of eating dinner myself and listening to you speak, man, and you have that where you just speak from the heart, and so I love that, man. I'm looking forward to come down and being able to support your business and being able to connect with you in person.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that, and I mean, it's still because I feel like I'm connected with you on that sense as we grew up. That nothing's been given to us. We deserve. We're owed nothing in life.
Right.
So to have this coffee trailer where we have a menu and we have specialty drinks, and when somebody comes to our trailer and they automatically say, I want the Cowgirl, which is a beverage of ours, just to hear somebody say our specialty drink and they know it firsthand, it's so humbling. It's something I can't put in words because, again, we're just a small coffee trailer. I run it part-time on the side. So to have people know us and to know our beverages by name, that alone is worth it. We talk about business. Business, when you think of business, you think about money, you think about profit, you think about, I don't want to lose money. It's all cool and great. I get it. But just to have customers that appreciate you for who you are, man, like that's what this is all about. And if you have that heart and mindset, I think overall, no matter what, you're going to be successful, even to yourself. Even if I fail in other aspects, the customers like and appreciate us and they can connect to us, and I've achieved my goal already.
Absolutely. I love that, man. Tell us what's in the Cowgirl.
So the Cowgirl is a white raspberry mocha beverage. It's a breve. What is a breve? A breve means that the base of your coffee beverage is half and half. What is a latte? A latte is made with 2% milk. So we make all of our coffee, our specialty drinks as a breve. It makes your drink sweeter and creamier without using 2% milk. So the Cowgirl is a raspberry white mocha breve, which is with half and half milk, that comes hot, iced, or blended. What is a blended coffee drink? That's your Frappuccino. You go to Starbucks or even McDonald's and you get your caramel Frappuccino. All that is a blended coffee drink. In our trailer, we have the capabilities to make Frappuccinos, which sets us apart from some other beverages here in El Paso County. Not everybody can blend their coffee drinks. So it's all Frappuccinos. So all of our specialty drinks, hot, iced, or blended. But that is our top seller. That's why I mentioned it, the Cowgirl. And then we also have a cowboy and other things that are relatable to kind of the Western, the rustic feel. Colorado, when you get in the rural areas and mountain areas, it's still very Wild West out there. So that's a part of the concept that we want to capture when we named our drinks as well.
Awesome, man. Thank you for the knowledge. I can't wait to come out and actually try that myself. That sounds delicious.
Yes.
And again, man, just thank you so much for being who you are, man. Again, looking forward to connect with you soon.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Carl.
Thanks, guys.
I think we got the dessert. Marcus! We got the dessert, so I got Marcus coming over here.
Sweet.
Peep this out. All right, you got lemon cheesecake over a raspberry coconut crust, drizzled with more raspberry, and then of course you got the fruit on top, blueberries and a raspberry.
Damn, it looks delicious. Damn.
There's an extra slice waiting for me in the back.
Oh man, Marcus is not going to be able to eat everything. And then I know Montana had. Where'd Montana go?
Like, you guys got it in increments. I'm gonna get it all.
I know. Looking for Montana because we got the one cocktail around.
Yeah. Let's see the drink pairing with
I know
that.
where she went.
Dude, that looks amazing.
Ashley, you want to talk about the cocktail that you guys have for the dessert? Yeah. If you want to come, do we have a glass or something that can be shown? All right, Ashley's going to find it.
Sweet.
Yeah. Not yet. We still got Jared, yes. So it's okay, we'll slowly. Imperfect action. What'd you have for dinner, Patrick?
We had it's kind of like a Korean barbecue, but it's oh man, I guess the best way to describe it would be pork belly.
Oh, okay.
But we do it in kind of like a wrap type style. So it's definitely one of our favorite meals. It's pretty simple to make, but you know, you just kind of throw all kinds of different stuff in a lettuce wrap. So but yeah, man, it was awesome to not only experience this as a host, but also kind of come back and watch it from a viewer perspective to see the experience as well. So I really actually got a chance to just sit there and just listen to the people talk while you were doing the interview, and that was actually pretty fun to just watch and be entertained.
That's how we do it, man. We split, divide and conquer. Here we go. So
Yes, sir.
All right. Ashley, if you want to take the seat here. The camera's right there, so you can go ahead and talk about it. I think Montana was saying you guys, nobody knows about this yet, right?
Yes, so this is actually a secret product we're about to release in about 2 months. So this is our Royals and Rebels rum, straight out of the still, and our distiller takes about, I'm going to say about 40 pounds of fresh lemon peel. So he literally hand peels all of these, puts them into a actual vat and infuses them, and hand makes all of this limoncello. So this is, every product in Blackhat is made straight by hand, no matter how much of a pain in the butt it is. You're always going to taste quality and the love when you actually drink our cocktails. So this here, to finish off everyone's meal, is going to be our limoncello with our house-made French chantilly, which is a hand-whipped whipped cream, and we just have some fresh lemon zest on top, and that is all. And it pairs fantastic with the dessert that they put out. It's a lemon curd cheesecake with a raspberry crust, and that little bit of tart zest just plays so well with it.
Man, that sounds so good. I'm sad I'm here.
I know. I wish you'd be here.
Next month.
Yes, next month.
Yes, yeah, definitely. I look forward to it and look forward to meeting you, Ashley. Thank you so much.
Well, would you like to?
No, I got one. Yeah, you brought one over. Yeah, I got it.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Jared. We got Jared Scott coming up next.
Nice.
Take a seat in the hot seat.
All right.
Camera, mic, everything there. You got Patrick now.
What's up, Jared?
Hey, what's going on, Patrick? How you doing?
Good, brother. How you doing?
Good.
So, tell us about your experience. How's it been tonight?
It has been a great experience. Never have I actually been to, a restaurant that, served 5 courses, gave such a great presentation. Everything was fabulous, The food was good, the drinks were good, and the dessert was even better. I'm still enjoying everything. It's also a great networking experience as well.
Sure.
Got to meet some new people. I'm still in the process of meeting some new people, so I would definitely say let's do this again.
Awesome. And what did you think about that human interest phone call after going with them?
Yeah, so I actually like human interest. I actually have to follow up with the representative here soon. But, they had a lot of different things that, they were talking about as far as, taking advantage of, the 401k and the benefits and things like that. And I have an IRA, but I've never really dealt with the 401k. Never worked for anybody who offered a 401k. So you know, it was great to learn new information about the 401k and, you know, the real benefits. And I actually plan on, you know, having them, you know, come out again and also talk to my staff and get something set up with them too.
Perfect. Yeah, the tax savings are incredible. So, so Jared, for maybe people who don't know you, you know, I'm privy and blessed to know that you know, I've gotten a chance to know you over the last year and a half since I started business, you know, and I'm glad that we connected so early on. But you know, tell us a little bit about who Jared is and then what you do.
Well, I mean, I'm Jared Scott. I mean, I own a full-service moving company here in Colorado. You know, pretty much if it can be moved, we'll move it for you. You know, I'm a regular person, you know, that does regular things. You know, I like to go out sometimes. You know, enjoy playing sports when COVID's not happening. You know, but the most thing I enjoy doing is you know, working, continuing to grow and advance and take care of my family. So that's the ultimate goal for me.
Love it, man.
Yes, sir.
And you know, for you being a business owner and being a part of this collaboration and things like that, you know, what are some goals and some things that you would like to see, you know, for business owners to band together and to kind of have that collaboration over competition mentality moving forward?
Gotcha. So, I mean, definitely some things I would like to see happen is for people to understand that, you know, there's enough business for all of us, the small business, the big business, you know, that we're all in this together, you know. The idea is to, you know, build a team, you know, whether that be a team in the same industry, a team in different industries, or all of the above, you know, in order to, you know, help people grow, help people advance, and understand that the business is not going anywhere. You know, if we work together, we'll all get to our goals a little bit faster.
Absolutely. I love that, man. And you know, I also love that you have a big heart for the community. You know, I know that you guys have done some stuff in the past and some things like that. So, you know, can you talk a little bit about maybe any of the things that you guys are partnered up on right now, or things that you have kind of maybe coming down the pipeline?
Well, I mean, well, we're doing a lot, Patrick. You know, time is of the essence. So, I mean, we got the you know, toy event coming up with you guys.
Yes.
We got the backpacks, you know, that we need to get out. We got a couple of people that, you know, have been coming to pick up some of those, but we still got over, you know, 400 backpacks that, you know, we would like to get to, you know, families and, you know, kids in need. Also, you know, my goal eventually is going to be able to partner with a nonprofit organization to be able to provide moving services, you know, basically by the donation for people who are really struggling, who have really been affected by COVID. You know, that way they're still able to get everything that they need, but it's at an affordable rate for something that, you know.
I love that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I appreciate you, man, for having a heart to be able to just help. You know what I mean? It's kind of feel like as a social responsibility, you know, not only as business owners, but as just as human beings to be able to help out where we can, plug in, especially right here in our backyard in our community to clean that up and help out as many people as possible. So I appreciate that. That's that heart that you have as well.
Yes, sir.
And as for your business, you know, like, I mean, what can we do? What can Colorado Springs do to better support you?
You know, Colorado Springs has really been good to me. You know, the people of Colorado Springs have been really good to me. You know, you have been really good to me. Your entire team has been really good to me. So, you know, there's not really too much I can ask for. You know, if there's anybody that might need anything from me, you know, don't hesitate to ask. You know, I'm skilled in many different areas, and I'm happy to help wherever I can. So,
love it, man. And a question that we've been asking everybody is just kind of, you know, as the collaborative effort and stuff like that, is there anything that you would like to see, maybe big movements here in Colorado Springs as we move forward and, you know, seeing what, as this is primarily a state that, or a city that thrives off of small local businesses?
Yeah, makes sense. So, you know, one thing I would like to see happen is just for more people to get active. You know, we have a great network in Colorado Springs. You know, there are a ton of Colorado Springs, but, you know, there's a very small group of entrepreneurs in Colorado Springs that, you know, collaborate and are willing to work together. So, ideally, I would love to see that group grow, and for Colorado Springs businesses to continue to grow, and for all of us to expand.
So thank you so much, Jared. And then we've got a couple of would you rather, or just kind of questions at random here. So the first one says, would you rather live under a sky with no stars at night, or live under a sky with no clouds during the day?
Okay, say that again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Would you rather live under a sky with no stars at night, or live under a sky with no clouds during the day?
I would probably live under a sky with no clouds during the day, because I'm more of a morning daytime person. I have a tendency to get majority of the stuff that I need done during the daytime, and while the sun is still out. I love to see the stars, but they're not as important to me as capitalizing on everything during the daytime.
Understandable. All right, and then next question here is, would you rather never have to clean a bathroom again, or never have to do dishes again?
Well, I mean, I'm in the moving industry, and I definitely want to grow eventually into a full relocation business, which is going to include cleaning. So I would probably, I guess I got to choose one. So I guess I would rather not do the dishes.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think those two are probably both the two that I don't care for either. I could do laundry all day long, but any of those, I don't care for. So,
yes, sir.
Man, Jared, I always appreciate your time, man. Just always good to connect with you. Thank you so much for coming and supporting the businesses. Thanks so much for your philosophy and just being who you are, man.
Absolutely, I appreciate the same from you, Patrick. It's been a pleasure meeting you. I look forward to collaborating more. I do see a lot. I continue to see you guys grow. I can see your team building. So I just want to know that you're appreciated also.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that. All right, enjoy your time, man. Thank you again.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely.
We got Montana's got to come and give closing remarks. We're not leaving, but I got to go find Montana real quick.
Yeah, no worries. And then is there
we got a couple more.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Montana just walked in, so we're good. You're good.
If I can have everyone's attention? If I can have everyone's attention? We want to thank you so much for supporting local. For supporting Tobala Food Truck. And supporting, of course, Blackhat Distillery as well. Please do not forget that we are running our veteran special Wednesday till Sunday, that it's 20% off. So do come and see us again. We absolutely thank you from the bottom of our hearts. My brother is a lieutenant colonel. My whole family's peppered with him. That's where I get this small personality. Thank you so much for serving our country. It means the world to us, and that's why we're doing this big deal all weekend. But thank you for coming out. And if you have any more questions, Miss Ashley Choi will be here for you. But again, thank you so much for supporting local and your craft distilleries. And thank you, and have a great night.
Jared, your wife want to come up? No? Okay, all right. Yeah, that's Barb.
I know, I just love it.
Oh, come on. I want to know. Oh, yeah. We'll have Barb come on. Yeah. It's all good. So we got somebody else coming up here, so I just waiting for them to come up.
Sweet.
Man, it's this has been fun. Like we talked about it too. I was like, this is gonna be interesting how this works out. But hey, open conversations, just let people talk, and the
You know,
exposure piece. So.
yeah, it's nice, right? Because you get a collaboration. I mean, where else can you get an opportunity where people just come in and talk about who they are freely, and then get a chance to kind of go back and enjoy their dinner and all those things, you know? So, again, you know, maybe this is not the format every time, but you know, it worked well tonight. I think being able to just kind of get a chance to understand the ambiance and get to see the dishes and the drinks paired with it, you know.
Yep.
So this was a lot of fun, and it was very enjoyable on my end too, man, to be able to just sit here and just kind of see, you know, the people connecting, right, and to learn about, you know, some of the businesses I've never heard of or didn't even know existed and stuff like that, you know. So it's awesome to be able to just connect, and even though I couldn't be there in person, still being able to hear people and their why, and still get a chance to kind of get to know them a little bit. So I look forward to being able to connect with them.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. So it's just big things and whatnot. I know Jasper is looking to have Chef Katrina come on.
Sure.
So she's the mastermind behind all the plates and dishes that we've had tonight.
Yeah.
So, excited for that. I know Katrina's like, oh, you gotta go tell everybody my nickname. I was like, oh, that's how that works. So it's a good time. So let me see if Barb wants to come on.
Okay.
Barb, you want to talk? Yeah, showcase yourself. It's okay. No, like that's like what Jasper tells us too. So you go ahead and sit down here. You got Patrick that will be leading the conversation. Camera's there, but you can look at the screen, so we're good to go. Mike's all there.
All right.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. Not as good as you guys, right? Because you guys get the food and the drinks and the experience and the networking piece, all the things that I love, that are very near and dear to me. So, but no, we're having a great time over here. It's been an enjoyable night just to kind of get to know people and the businesses and see the food and things like that. So how's been your experience with everything in terms of this collaboration tonight?
For this event?
Yes.
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, this has been phenomenal.
Good. Food was good. Drinks were good.
Everything was amazing. Food was amazing. Presentation was amazing. Atmosphere and the people.
Awesome. Well, good. I'm so glad. And you know, for us, you know, so I myself am a business owner, you know, and then Scott and I have started this new podcast / business as well. So we do a lot of different things. And, you know, for us, it's really cool to be able to just have this platform for other people to get to know who you are and what you do. So, you know, go ahead and just kind of, again, tell us about, you know, you as a person and then also your business.
Okay. So I am Barb Gurnett, and we own two businesses, and we've lived. So my husband and I, Steve and I, have lived in Colorado Springs for decades. I've been here for 30 years, and he's been here probably 45. And so Colorado Springs is near and dear to our hearts. And we found ourselves with an opportunity to start a business. We both came from more of a corporate environment. And so we have two businesses. One is Springs Training and Consulting. And that business, we really look to partner and help small to medium-sized businesses, you know, help solve problems such as if a business is challenged with closing more deals or servicing customers consistently, or even just, you know, having the leadership capabilities to take their business to the next level. So we're here to help with that. We have professional development programs and coaching and consulting with businesses. So we work side by side with them to help their business grow, help their people and their business grow and be successful. So
I love that.
Yeah, it's we're very passionate about helping people grow, helping businesses succeed. So it's a great fit for us, and we're thrilled to be able to provide that kind of local service to the Colorado Springs area.
So if and you know, feel free to correct me if maybe this is kind of maybe a incorrect thing, but what I'm thinking is that you guys are kind of that middleman to be able to take somebody to that next level to duplicate, replicate their business, maybe franchise or whatever, so that way they can again get to that next level. Because for the most part, when we have a business and we're trading time for money, versus maybe when you have that next step and that money goes to work for you when you're sleeping, that's always the ultimate goal, right? And so it feels like that what you guys are putting together is kind of those next steps to be able to get there.
Yeah. I mean, whether if we're talking about individuals, whether it's a sales professional, business owner, or customer service professional, it's really helping them hone their skills so they can be more effective for the business. And like you said, a lot of business owners, you work very hard. So you do want your money to work for you. You want your business processes to help you succeed. And that's what we're there to help those business owners with, is really help them perfect those skills and take their business to a whole new level.
Okay, very cool. And then tell us about the secondary business that you guys have.
Yeah, so interestingly enough, with our Springs Training and Consulting, we were getting asked a lot of questions from small business owners about, can you also help us with our marketing needs, our digital presence? And so it just made us step back and think, we probably could. We have a team that supports our own digital presence, and I have a background myself in website management,
okay,
as well as corporate learning and professional development. And my husband is a former developer. So
Okay.
he has an IT technical background. So it made us stop and reflect on, we can help businesses with their digital presence, and we can also help them with that next step, which is helping them develop the skills that they need within their people to help their business grow. So it's really helping their business grow in two ways, through their marketing and digital presence, as well as their skills.
Yeah, and definitely right now, right, with all the COVID stuff, much needed, I think. And have you seen kind of a shift with people who've maybe been in business for a long period of time having to switch over to digital? I know I myself have kind of gotten this weird thing because I've only been in business for like 16, 17 months, but then I have people who've been in business for 20 plus years who are like, yeah, this is so different, and it's weird that I have to go to you, who's been built your business online, when I've been doing it. I feel like that you should be coming to me for help and all these things. And so, can you maybe elaborate a little bit on some of the stuff that you guys are seeing because of that?
Yeah, I think you're spot on. I think that the current, this 2020 year has really caused business owners, at least some of them, to step back and reflect on, wow, I'm not able to do things the same way I was able to do them before. So I think it's prompted a lot of business owners to think about how they need to expand their presence and how they need to get the word out about their business and their products and services that they offer. And the digital presence is one great way to do that. So where a lot of business owners may have relied on their traditional networking and systems of outreach, I think it's really raising an awareness of the need to look at different ways to do that.
Yeah.
And the digital realm is a great way to do that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Being able to help and teach people how to pivot, is always great. So one of the questions that we've been asking everybody, 85 Colorado Springs is made up 85% of small and local business owners, and so kind of with this collaboration, this is probably the first of many events that we're looking to kind of collaborate on. But where do you think that collaboration maybe looks and evolves over the next couple of years, knowing potentially that we're going to have maybe like the Space Force and that we're supposed to outgrow Denver and things like that, and then maybe what are some of those things that you would like to see for small and local businesses?
As far as networking and collaboration?
Just in general, are there certain things that you think that maybe we should start to implement? So one of the goals for us here with our podcast and our business is to maybe launch a summit similar to like a TEDx, just because we are so many small and local business owners here in things like that. So again, in any realm of what you think or maybe hope to see from small and local business owners.
Yeah, I've said for a long time that Colorado Springs is the biggest small town I've ever seen.
Yes.
Experience. And as you said, there's such a huge percentage of small business owners in this community. So the networking and collaboration is so critical just to promote businesses and what they have to offer, get the word out about what people have to offer and how we can help each other. I have a belief in there's plenty for everyone.
Yes.
And so small businesses, helping small businesses is such a key to success. So I think the podcast is wonderful. The networking events like what we have here, very innovative approaches that, at least from my experience, are different. And so I think it's just continuing to talk with one another and find new innovative approaches that maybe we haven't yet thought about.
Sure. Yeah, I like that. And I love the mentality for you, right? It's the growth mindset of that collaboration piece as well. So thank you so much for that. How can we as a community better support you and your guys' endeavors?
Well, I think it's, referrals are always great. So if you hear that business owners or organizations need help, that's what we're here to do, is to partner and really be that business advisor and partner. So I think it's keeping eyes and ears out and just keeping us in mind that, hey, these guys over here have some great solutions that can really help take your business to the next level. So we're trying to get our name out there because we're a relatively new set of businesses. And so it's, getting those referrals and talking to people about who we are is always helpful.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much for that. And what I find is really interesting, right? Because again, I got a chance to let you know briefly that your daughter Sydney and I had connected on LinkedIn not too long ago. I want to say probably 2 or 3 months ago. And so it was really interesting when I heard the name and then your husband's talking about what you do. I was like, there has to be a correlation. But what I find really interesting is just kind of that piece as parents, right? Oftentimes we kind of wonder what our kids are going to be doing and things like that. So what effect do you feel like that you guys have had, or what influence has maybe you guys taken this realm into business owners and things like that? Do you think that will impact either maybe family or future generations, things like that from the small business side?
Yeah, it's an interesting evolution in my mind in how, when you start a business, that the hard work, the planning, everybody needing to pitch in, that getting started is a challenge up front. So I think, the youth or family, I find everybody's pitching in. And so they're seeing that value of hard work. It's opening up opportunities for them to learn and expand their skills at a younger age. And so there's a wealth of benefits for them in helping give them a jump start for their careers. Whether they're part of our business or not, they see it, they've experienced it. And so I think there's tremendous value for those who are around that effort and a part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, again, thank you so much. We do have a couple of questions. These are just kind of would you rather type questions, and they're pulled completely at random here. Just kind of one of those things. Our commitment is always to kind of show up unscripted. So, would you rather have constantly dry eyes or a constant runny nose?
I'd probably say dry eyes.
Okay. And then second question here is, would you rather be locked in a room that is constantly dark for a week or a room that is constantly bright for a week?
I'd go with the bright.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I think most people probably would opt for that. They feel like that they can probably still get stuff done, even though they may not be able to sleep. So, awesome. And then, is there anything that you would like to maybe discuss or chat about? Or talk about?
Oh boy, you covered a lot. I am finding that this community of people, business owners, is such a valuable group of people. I mean, I'm just thrilled to be a part of it and have learned so much from others in this small business community, and I have a lot more to learn. So I appreciate everybody's encouragement, as I've run across people, and that reciprocity,
Yes.
working together to try to make things happen and succeed. So that's something that comes to mind.
Absolutely. Well, thank you again for that. And we're just glad to connect with new people that have that growth mindset and that community mindset. I definitely will be reaching out and look forward to being able to connect with both you and Steve in the future. So thank you again for your time tonight.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, my pleasure. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
All right, thanks, you too.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, bro. All right, we got Katrina, Chef Katrina, that will be coming on. Jasper. She's one of those that didn't want to jump on here either.
No, you're sitting with me this time. I'm not doing this by myself.
You gotta get.
Yeah, we're gonna. I want you guys.
Pull up some chairs.
I gotta grab a chair then. I guess we're going to the three of us. All right, cool.
There we go.
Man, so it looks like it's been a blast.
It has been.
Yeah,
Really fun.
still sad for me, but I'm happy for you guys.
Hey, you'll be here next time.
yes, I can't
I'll
wait.
add another one before then. That may happen. You never know. So, yeah, that's true. Hey, come on. Venga para acá. Siéntate. Sit.
We're right here with you. Come on. You say that seat over
Yeah,
there.
wait. She should be sitting in the center.
Okay,
Yeah, here. Sit. Oh, man.
Hi, Chef.
We're already, wait, now, hang on a second here. Because there we go. There we go. I've been bothering you
the whole night.
So can we get everybody involved to basically just give Chef Lamberton a round of applause?
Oh, yeah. You guys. Oh, man. Wait, I do want to say something. Yes. Pretty please, guys. This is Katrina. This is the chef. So, right here.
Yeah, so unfortunately I couldn't be there in person, but man, looking at the food, it looked incredible. So thank you so much for your time, and I know that this is always sometimes uncomfortable to join in, especially last minute, as we throw you on the spot. So let's maybe ease you in to this process, and we'll just start throwing out these would you rather questions first and get them out of the way.
No, wait. First things first, right? She was introduced by Scott as Crash McGee.
She was. Do we want to tell that story and just break the ice completely?
Why?
Okay, let's go.
Right? Because the first time she drove my 30-foot truck somewhere. Yeah.
It's okay. It happens.
She said something on fire, right? Something got set on fire in the truck. And I get a phone call about this as she's spazzing out about, I blew up your dream, is what I'm being told on the phone. None of this occurred, for the record. She's literally on the phone telling me, I destroyed her dream, I blew up everything, and all. None of it, there was smoke, right?
Yeah,
you want to tell them there was like, what, one flame, like a little flicker?
There was like that big. And like in my mind, it was like engulfing the truck. Smoke was just billowing everywhere. Jasper, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. It's going nuts about it. So we get this, but then the second time, right, round 2.
I'm laughing because I'm in insurance, so.
So you get this, yes.
Well, no, and the plot thickens, right? Because I am new to the Springs. I'm like a year and a half old here, and I had just created a ladies' night chat, right? And I managed to accidentally dial this group of over 20 women to create ladies' night happy hour in some form. And as I'm on a group chat with over 20 women and I don't realize it, I'm talking to my wonderfully flaming roommate.
Wonderfully flaming.
Wonderfully flaming roommate who is telling me, yes, hi Lance, there we go.
What's up, Lance?
I'm over here being told that, well, apparently an employee blew up the food truck, right? And he's going, insurance claim! Happy as can be. Like, completely. But then the second time, and this was wonderful, right? Because she works like twice the hours I do. It's insane, right? So she's coming home, I'm in the back, and you hear a little bit of a thud, and then again, Lance. Then Lance starts screaming out the front of my house, going, she just hit the house! She hit the house with your truck!
Yeah.
That reminds me that the way you said that, it sounded like Whitey off of Crazy Nights, the Adam Sandler.
Oh my God.
She hit the house! So now she's forever Crash McGee, and apparently she cannot get rid of this name.
And then for the record, it wasn't really the house, it was the rain gutter that I kind of snapped. So, but I'll still live up to Crashing McGee, it's fine.
Shout out to Brian Friend, who owns Roofs and Gutters, by the way.
Yes.
Because I'm pretty sure the next day he came over and helped me.
You know what? Brian actually stopped by earlier just to talk about how you guys just catered to his business last week. So, second shout out to Brian Friend, who's awesome. So he's actually a referral partner for us as well. So
that's so amazing.
Well, Chef, this was an incredible night. I think not a single person said anything bad about your food, which is always a success.
Awesome.
So, now that you've kind of got through it all, how are you feeling?
Relieved. I was really nervous about tonight. I don't know why. I think it was just because it was sold out and then some.
And it wouldn't have anything to do with this person, I'm sure. Nothing to do with this person.
No, not at all.
Putting the numbers on me. She's like, we have 6, we have 8, we have 12, we have 900 people coming.
Yeah, well, kudos to you. That's incredible. And that's, it's always hard, right? Because you don't know necessarily what you don't know sometimes. And, with now changing and having the ability to change the menu and all those different things, right? So it's pretty awesome. And I think that's a tribute to you and what you do. Again, I can't wait for the next time to be able to come in and try. This is all really just a big tease for me tonight. Almost 3 hours worth, right? We're going on 2 hours and 53 minutes.
That's
Yeah, it's brutal on this side. So maybe Scott will get a chance to host and see what that looks like while we're eating. No,
I'll make up my own combinations, okay?
Right.
Humble. She's so humble and so sweet. Like, talk about untapped talent. She comes up with all of this on her own. Again, Jasper can't make mac and cheese, let alone a menu. So I come to her, and she's giving me stuff from like 6 different soup menus, just pure soups for weddings or things like this. Doing catering events for all kinds of different things, and she comes up with all these different killer. What was the cake that we ate?
Cheesecake.
Oh, it was like a dream cheese. I call it dream cake because it's a no-bake cheesecake basically, but it had lemon and raspberry.
It wasn't as heavy as a normal cheesecake.
It's
It
so
was a
good.
lot lighter, so.
That's what I kind of figured the rest of the dinner was a little bit heavy. So I wanted to go a little on the lighter side. But then I gave you like a whole pie as a slice. So,
Oh my gosh, it looked incredible. And like, I'm not a big desserts fan, but like cheesecake is a weakness. And so when I saw that, I was like, damn it. I was so upset. Kudos again though. It just looked, every single thing that came out was plated very well. It looked delicious even through camera, and I think that's sometimes really hard to do. So tell us a little bit about you and your background, and how did you get into this? How did you end up with Jasper of all people, and
Kids, never go on the internet. No, I'm just kidding.
Uh-oh.
No, I love Jasper. I'm just messing with her. So basically, I mean, I've always
worked in kitchens, one's culinary school. I am beyond obsessed with food. Like, as I'm eating my meal, I'm thinking of, oh, what can I do for my next meal? How can I make it better? You know, my time at home spent is watching cooking shows or reading cookbooks, or Jasper will message me and I'll be like, hold on, I got to finish this because I don't want to lose this recipe. So basically, I mean, I grew up, my grandmother taught me how to cook. Ladies in the church taught me how to cook. I just kind of, I guess, took it to the next level. No one should be this obsessed with food. No.
We need those people though. So
yeah, I mean,
it's that balance to the forefront. And I know we did a plate tasting at Jasper's house just to kind of get an idea. And that right there was spectacular. I know a lot of people are like, where is this at? I want it next. If Lauren Chesnor catches this, I know she was big on that. So Lauren, give that call. Call Human Interest. Do that 30-minute call and come out next month.
I've got some big things for next month. So.
Oh my gosh, that's exciting.
Yes,
Nice.
I'm already thinking about what can be done next month. So.
Oh man, I'm excited.
Hard because I haven't been feeling well, as a lot of people know. She makes me chicken soup in the truck. She even knows with my Jewish schnoz and all, right? Like matzo ball soup, making it kosher. She's like, if you want it kosher, I mean, all over the place.
Wow, that's
Every
awesome.
single thing. And then she comes to me with more ideas. Let's do more vegan. I've got keto ideas. Talk about a brainstorming queen.
That's awesome. It's like you hit a diamond in the rough, and it's when you find people who are passionate, right? That's really hard to find sometimes, and people who love what they do and just want to do it because they love it. Like she's talking about, she's obsessed with food, and that's what you would expect from a chef. That's what you would expect from somebody who's making food, and if they're not, then why are they doing it? And that's really what this whole podcast is about, to challenge people to get off their ass, right? Instead of just dreaming about something, to go and do it. Literally this whole business started from a park conversation, and we basically started with a book idea, and we thought, what's a live version of a book, which is a podcast. And then we were doing the lives and just started recording, and then we were just talking about like, hey, we're impacting people, we're finding people, we're creating this vibe and this tribe of the people that we want to surround ourselves with. And then here we are tonight, right, with 15 other business owners, I think, or 15 businesses, and all of these people who are in here. It's really incredible, the collaboration piece. And honestly, like, man, this is just a small taste.
And
it's
you
like,
and Scott manning this entire time for 3 hours, keeping it alive. That's incredible too.
Well,
10 minutes, I'd be like, we're done, guys.
that's the fun part for us, is right, getting to know you guys individually, getting to know who's out there, who's in our neighborhood, who should we be connecting with, and driving that traffic, right? Because we know that like Garrett and Madeline are awesome, right? We know that Jimmy, I mean, he was featured on the news a week ago, right? And so if somebody's not celebrating you, then we're gonna do it, right? Because every story is worth telling, right? That's a segment that a live that I do to showcase business owners, but it goes more than that, right? Because it's more than the story, it's more than the passion. It's who are you supporting, and why is it so easy to get on board with that, and why aren't other people celebrating them? Well, guess what? We're gonna do that. Yes. So, now, as you're kind of finding your way on this menu and creating different things and all these opportunities that Jasper's presenting long term, where do you see this going? Where do you see your passion and your talent and your skills? Where would you like to see that go?
So honestly, when I first spoke to Jasper, she had put an ad on Facebook saying they needed a chef or a cook on the truck. And so go back about 15 years, started my obsession with, I thought I wanted to run a food truck. I started my own catering business. Turns out I don't really like the business part of it. I don't really like cooking, so I just really wanted to run a food truck. So pretty much I was just like, hey, I'd really like this opportunity. And what was it, like 2 hours later, I have an interview and I'm going to check out the truck, and the next day I started. So
And she rolled it because we had fine dining dinners planned. And I've got a question for you, right? Going from being a cook or a chef in a restaurant to being the head chef in a food truck, what is that like comparatively?
Oh, it's like, I don't know, trying to compare Venus and Mars. It's nowhere close to. I was like, I've got this. I've got like 25 years restaurant experience. I can totally do this. Oh my God, that first week I was like, oh, my dream. I can't do this. But many tears. Thank God Joe, is very, very calm and patient with me.
So I want to ask a question here. And Jasper, feel free to cut us off if you're like, no, hell no. But would
Are
you
we
guys
gonna go
be-
to 3 ingredients?
No. I was just gonna say, would you be open to us doing like a cooking segment where we can actually come into the truck and learn? Maybe a day where you're doing stuff, you can actually put us to work, and we just basically record the whole experience. Maybe it's a day with Tobala or something like that. Because honestly, I want to see and understand better. Like, I consider food to be an art, right? I'm a foodie. I love great tasting food. I love food when it's presented very well. If you can get both of them at the same time, that's the best, right? It doesn't matter if you spilled stuff on your shirt. It doesn't matter how bad your day was. If you come to a really great meal with great presentation and a great ambiance, it changes everything, right? And so I look at it as an art to be able to put that all together. And so for me, I'm interested in all forms of art. So is that something that we could come in just to get the experience, just to come in and basically watch the whole process?
She's boss lady. She says yes or no.
I mean, I
That's
think
how
that would be
that
good.
works.
That would be really fun.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, we're super excited. I mean, like, again,
App, like I can start just,
It's a maraca.
Yes, a maraca.
It's a maraca. And beat you on the head with it if you're in the way.
We dance around the truck in it,
I'll dance.
So I actually have a little bit of experience working in a restaurant. Growing up, my mom had bought a sub shop, and it was really a little bit more than that, but like they served like eggplant parmesan, which I hated as like a 8-year-old or 10-year-old, right? Because who feeds their 10-year-old eggplant? That's terrible. So anyway, so
Around the room here, like, what was your favorite food at 5?
oh man,
Cereal.
Good question.
Cereal.
I don't know.
Mine was ikura, salmon roe, fish eggs.
Really?
5 years old, favorite food.
So do you eat caviar while we're at it?
I mean, yeah, you put it in front of me, I will have a field day. It's
Yeah,
delicious.
exactly.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I think mine was probably like chicken noodle soup. So
Honestly, mine was my mom's kielbasa or like ham with green beans and potatoes. Still to this day, I make it, and I'm like, you know what? I can't get better than this right now. So
yeah, I love the comfort foods, right? Because sometimes it's just nice. Like for me, the summer sausage, right? And it just because like my grandmother every winter, that's what she would like get everybody for Christmas presents, right? As a family or whatever. And so even like as soon as the cold weather comes in, I'm like, oh, I need to get summer sausage, I need to get some Ritz crackers, and I need to get some fancy mustard. And my wife is like, you're so weird. And I'm like, it's just, it's the same reason why I buy those tins of cookies that are out only during Christmas time, because my grandmother used to always have them out. And so it's just kind of one of those things that like,
I'm the only one that thinks they're delicious. Like I love them.
Well, according to Patrick, he gets them every year. So
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Good about it.
I got my kiddo in the background. Hi, pal.
Real life, let's go.
Yeah. So he's Crash 2.0, I guess, over here.
Be doing probably come end of December. We already have the intro for this, but it's Baking with Beagles.
Okay, let's go.
It's HGTV spinoff of Baking with Beagles, because I have a little beagle puppy. And she's gonna make food. Here's the catch, right? Beagles eat everything. Fail. But
It's gonna be awesome.
nobody knows this about beagles, I'm sure.
All right.
I'm seeing your dog get in the trash, like trying to eat the trash. I believe.
So, yeah, going back to, I mean, what are some of those things that you would like to cross off, or what are some of those events that you think that we can start putting together and collaborating on?
I mean, we've got some pretty cool things coming up. We've got some huge events coming up. The 21st is going to be insane. I'm so sorry.
Is there?
I'm already apologizing.
Yet?
21st. We got like an 80-person athletic event in the afternoon, and then a 60-person 3-course fine dining meal. It's just all Chef Lamberton.
Ooh,
and
wow.
5 energies.
And can they sponsor me?
Can we?
Maybe we'll try. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see what we can do. Maybe we can just come in with a film crew to kind of do some of that stuff and start putting it out there on YouTube. I know Tobala has a great YouTube that's already been started, so we can start putting some of that stuff on there, highlighting your skills, really. And I think that'd be really, really cool and really unique, right? Because not a lot of people are doing that. I'm trying to convince Jasper to also get maybe a new streaming channel, so that way maybe you can stream while you're working, all kinds of stuff. So again,
I know this. Everyone knows this. This is news.
We just get a couple cameras, hang them up in the truck, we'll be fine.
Yeah, you would need a lot of a bleeping machine for this.
That's where let's go.
no, that's the best part. You just show up as is.
Like Chef Ramsay.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you'll be the next Chef Ramsay.
Oh no.
If you can
Move your R's.
Well, done and done.
I've been very well behaved tonight because you told me this was supposed to be classy. So I've been very well behaved tonight. I haven't dropped anything, so that's a surprise.
It's true. I mean, it's just you brought up Crash McGee, so I have to tell the story.
So the funniest thing is, this is Jasper. This is me, and my first name is Jasper. Hi, this is Chef Lamberton. You will not believe what she did the first time she drove the truck. There's no more introduction. It's the ground, and she crashed my house into rubble.
But she's amazing.
But I can cook, so she forgave me.
But it's amazing. Yeah, hold on a second.
No.
Was I ever upset about it?
Not
I don't think I was ever even upset. My house is like,
I was in her driveway.
she's crying.
I'm crying my eyes out because I'm like, there goes my dream. Like, poor Brian. I don't even know where he's at right now. But he's like, calm down. It's fine. But I was like, dude, it's her house. Like, that's her house. So yeah, she wasn't even remotely upset. Like, Lance is the one that gave me more anxiety about anything.
Because Lance is terrifying.
Yeah.
He'll start squawking, and it's like you don't know if the world's ending or not, or if it's like Doctor Who bobblehead got bit off by the beagle.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
And I'm pretty sure that the world ended that night, and we're just reincarnations of what occurred after that.
It's a simple right now.
What she doesn't know is that George, our 112-pound Great Dane, took off the other half of the gutter on the back of the house and went running with it the next day.
Oh
So
man.
really, the food truck doesn't compare to a Great Dane.
So it was the dog's fault then.
Exactly. She just survived.
There you go.
And George was actually in the video on Monday when Jasper and I were talking. So that's the dog. When you see his face come through and his nose is like sitting here, it's like a shark getting ready to eat Jasper's face. That's George.
That's fun.
You see, y'all are gonna learn all my animals by the time this is over.
Right. Well, we need to, right, before the zombie apocalypse advertisement video.
Oh my gosh, we do need to do a zombie themed food truck at some point and create it to be like a zombie food truck. I'm
Yes.
down.
Yes.
Do you see this? That's
I'm
called
down.
ride or die.
Yeah.
Ride or die.
Let's go. We're not
Exactly.
the only way to live life.
So
I'm so impressed with y'all. I can't believe that you guys have rolled this for 3 hours, gone around, got all the businesses on here. Like, this is absolutely incredible. I could not say thank you or be more happy with anything that you guys have done. This is incredible.
Well, for us, that's so oftentimes do people disappoint us, and right? So often do people maybe go back on their word and stuff like that, and when we don't have the best equipment, we don't have everything the way that we want to at this point, you know what I mean? But when we say that we're going to do something, we're going to show up and we're going to do what we can, and we're going to basically make it entertaining. We're going to make it so that way the attention is there, and but also ultimately, like the goal of this was that collaboration event. It was to get to know the business owners, and what better way to be able to have them sit down, put them in a hot seat, and just ask them some questions, and then turn around and ask them random questions like, would you rather have everything on your phone right now, browsing history, photos, etc., made public to anyone who searches your name, or never use a cell phone again? Go.
No cell phone ever again.
Yeah, we'll start on this side.
I already answered. No cell phone.
I mean,
I'm sorry. The business is essentially run from a cell phone.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So you want all your junk out there then?
Heck yeah, man! I would go completely on that. I would be like, you know what? How much poker face do I have in person? All right,
0. So yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, but you know what? It'd be better out than not having the phone at all, as my attachment is still on my hand.
Yeah, but you have tablets though, so you don't need a cell phone.
Okay, next question. Would you rather have the police hunting you for a murder you didn't commit,
Unfair.
or a psychopathic clown hunting you down?
I didn't even hear the first one. I heard a psychopathic clown. You didn't answer the first question.
Okay, so would you rather have the police hunting you for a murder you didn't commit, or a psychopathic clown hunting you?
I'm going the cops.
Yeah, I'm going with the cops.
Oh my gosh, have you seen clowns lately? They've become entirely frightening.
Have you seen the Netflix documentary?
Which one?
If it's for clowns, no, I don't.
So there was this clown named Blip the Clown down in Florida.
Okay.
Right? And people apparently call this person to
Ryan,
scare their children.
come here.
It's really like the darkest thing, but there's like a lot of people that do it. It's really crazy.
Would you like to introduce Brian?
Yes. Hey, Brian.
How's it going?
I've got news. I'm not sure anything would run without this one.
Literally wouldn't run. It would run right into buildings, and it would run right into fire. Obviously.
So Brian's the fire extinguisher and he's the signal.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
I can scrub the floors and that's about it.
He's also my. I only had one meltdown today. Only one. It was good. It was fine.
It's okay. I had plenty more for you.
Okay,
quite all right.
But yeah, he's definitely my support system.
Group effort.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Brian, nice to meet you.
Gotta love these supportive people, right? Scott is an incredible one. I was telling you about him earlier. And Brian's another one. It's like just sometimes some of the people in this world need to be surrounded by about 40 of them.
Right, 100%. Building that tribe for sure.
Yes.
So, tonight was a success, it sounds like. Right? Looking forward to more events for sure. And what are your closing thoughts for this evening in just terms of, did it go better than you anticipated? Were any parts that maybe you thought might have gone a different way? And again, just go round table.
So I always, you envision your plates looking one way, but tonight I think they came out pretty well.
You killed it.
Yeah, I was
beautiful.
trying to make a masterpiece on a blank canvas with some food, and then, I think I did pretty well.
Guys, and doing that in a food truck, right?
Yeah.
Think about doing stuff in a submarine versus having a full, right? You're like in a small confined area making this stuff happen.
And the food truck does, because it'll rock. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, y'all ever tried painting and someone hits the table? Like, have you ever had a more murderous thought in your life?
Exactly.
Okay. I would imagine it's times 10 in a food truck.
It's like, whatever. My canvas, whatever, good.
But for someone who really has to try to color in the lines, it's not fun.
It's not fun.
Everyone's coloring the lines.
Sometimes it's my challenge. It's really easy to color outside of them.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I agree. Having watched it from this end and having the food displayed, it looked incredible. Jasper, how about you? What were your expectations? I'm sure that you were probably nervous as hell at some point.
Oh, well, I operate on that nervous as hell level. So, yes. And if I'm not nervous as hell, there's probably a real big problem going on.
I don't know how I would handle that.
Exactly. There's
Yeah.
a really big emergency, and then I get calm.
Oh,
so
no.
definitely never want to see me like that. But I have to say, really tonight, and just, I don't know about you, but you probably agree with me. And it's same with you guys. Like, I'm curious your thoughts. Reliability. That's such a huge thing, and coming through on your word has become, I think it's underrated, to be honest. That to me has been such an amazing thing. When someone does that, I'm so grateful.
Yeah, 100%. Yes.
But the dinner blew me away, like beyond anything I would have ever expected. So, of course, and I'm from Houston. I'm a foodie. I can't cook at all, but I definitely know how to eat.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's true. She can cook it. I can eat it.
Well, Scott, having that unique perspective of being there, being in the moment, you know, being able to enjoy the food and the ambiance and you know, connecting with all the people in person, man. So, you know, I know that we were super excited to be part of this event. You know, anywhere you go is always a good time, but tell us your experience.
It's one that, you know, for me, I enjoy being around people. So honestly, it was fun. Like, a lot of people are like, "Are you gonna eat? Are you gonna sit down?" I'm like, I just gotta do the stuff. That's all I'm here doing, the stuff. And so we said we're gonna show on the road. So we've already thought there's some stuff that we have to look at with some different equipment. But hey, we're gonna go in perfect action. It was a joyous occasion because we're able to showcase different individuals, really give exposure to a lot of different people, and it's really a different type of conversation. So it's our biggest vision of what we're doing. We've talked about with Two Native Sons impacting 1 billion people and being $1 billion enterprise. So that will come. We're already there. It's just now working towards it. But I'm just excited for all the collaboration pieces that have happened. Tobala, Blackhat,
Human Interest,
and Gary with what they've done with our shirts. Patrick Massey,
Designs
with what they're doing. So I know you've got, because what they did for our shirts, they were able to do the big logo and then on the back. So I don't know if you have the other shirt to show what's on the back side, but
I don't. I'm sorry.
Cool. But yeah, so they were able to stick our other logo on the back. And so anybody that's looking to start ordering the merch, let us know. We're excited to get this out. I'm like seeing this in music videos. I think that's what's going to happen because it's a freaking outstanding design. Patrick did a great job. So when we see this floating around, it's game over. Let's go.
Yeah, for sure.
Shirts with Two Native Son hats.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, look at that. So I've got this and again, I can see that going on. Let's put it on there. You know what I mean? So we'll get some of those stuff and we'll game plan all that stuff here. This has been fun, you know, and it's
Shout out to Blackhat too.
Yep.
Everything they've done here has been incredible tonight. Handmade limoncello.
I know, that was so incredible.
Oh my gosh, how do you not love this place? They have a carbon fiber bar.
What?
Yeah.
That's
they have
awesome.
a carbon fiber bar. If you have not been here, you need to be here.
That's awesome. I got most of the people's information here directly in the comments. We'll go back and kind of sort through the ones that I didn't get. But again, you know, the biggest thing is let's make sure that we get everybody sharing this so that way they can share their experience. I'd love to maybe get a review in terms of how they felt about it as well. So even if they get a chance, maybe to go live and talk about their experience and just tag Tobala and Blackhat and all that stuff, that would be incredible. So, but yeah, I mean, thank you so much for putting this on. It's a lot of fun, even just on this side, you know. So I can't imagine what that's going to look like, you know, when we get a chance to do ours. So
none of this would happen without you. My pleasure. Not even a little bit. And I think Maddie with Succeeding Small, I'm very excited. I think she's going to be creating some kind of page or something along these lines so that we can start leaving reviews for these dinners.
Sweet.
So I'm sure that will come into play with the videos and everything.
Awesome. Yeah. And any closing thoughts from anybody else here before we end this and make it shareable for everybody?
We're almost at 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Let's go!
3 bars. Yes, let's go. That. I'll take pictures because I do have that, and then I got the 2 native sons in red, so I'll take pictures, upload those, put them on our Facebook page.
Yeah, let's create an album. That way we can just kind of tag everybody that was involved and get them in here. If we need to go back and get screenshots from the videos, we can do that as well. But yeah.
I love the faces around the room right now. Everybody looks so happy and full.
Yeah. And that's success right there, right? So yeah, big shout out to you guys, and congratulations on making this a successful event, because I know sometimes, you do things and it can be hard, right? But to be able to get that out and knock it out of the park on the first one, that's awesome. So thank you guys for allowing us to be a part of that, and then we'll connect soon.
Awesome, guys.
All right. Thanks, guys. You guys have a good night. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to end this? I guess so.
Probably.
Leave the studio. See you guys later.